What is going on, everyone? It is David Palmer, Leo King, here for Deep Love Tarot, your weekly love advice horoscope tarot for this week of February the 14th through the 20th of 2022. I'm also with Fixed Air Moon himself, Brian Scarborough. He is doing the astrology with me tonight. What's going on, Brian?
What is going on, David? Happy to be here. Happy to be here, everybody. I hope you're having a great Valentine's Day so far. What a day it's been. So hopefully love is good. All that, this has been kind of a crazy day. I don't know. Hopefully your day wasn't too crazy, or I don't know. Valentine's Day is always weird. Aquarius season, expectations. It's a weird day, but hopefully it was feeling really lovey-dovey, you know. We'll see. We'll see what the cards have to say. Looking forward to that. And
yeah,
what else?
Me too. And the astrology. It's crazy astrology. I mean, full moon in Leo. I had Mercury back in Aquarius. Actually, Mercury's opposing my sun right now. Fuck. That describes a lot of things right now in my life. But, you know, it's beautiful with Mars, Venus. There's so many beautiful things going on. But you know us here on this show, especially if you don't know, make sure that you're part of highvibe.tv to watch all the awesome shows that we do. We're here at the High Vibe TV studios. And, you know, this is a show that we just show a little taste of what you miss out on every day on highvibe.tv. So make sure that you can do it on your app, subscribe that way through Apple, Roku, or Android, or of course, you can also do it through going through our website and get deals on our website and still log into the app. So make sure that you check that out. But you know, it's Valentine's Day. It's a Valentine's week. I don't know. There's definitely a lot of love in the air with all this Leo energy. I don't know if you could do me a favor, Brian. Do you think you sent a notification on the app? Oh, you did.
I did. I got you, bro.
Got it. See, if you were on High Vibe on the apps, you get a notification.
Bang.
So anyway, if you never watched the show before, we're going to go see what's going on, of course, with the collective love-wise, and then we also do that with what's going on with your own individual sun signs by checking the High Vibe Chalice.
Oh, it sounds so good.
It does sound so good, where all of your sun signs are in here, and they come out at random, so we don't do your sign based upon air signs or fire signs or just going from Aries to Pisces. We do it by whatever pops up first. All 12 zodiac signs are in here. First thing that we do is we do see what's going on with the collective. Oh, man. Collective energy, how do you feel about the collective energy just like overall right now, Brian, just as you're feeling into things right now?
Feels very intense to me. Feels like there's a lot going on. That's where the cards are going to be, and that's me. Definitely like heightened. I don't know. Whenever Mars and Venus get together, I feel like a lot of whether it's passion or whether it's something you got to do or whether it's wanting love or work in Capricorn. There's something that we're all looking for, and I think we're at this kind of moment where we're realizing something's got to give to get what we want. So it feels heavy energetically. It's a little sensitive too at the same time, but trying to do our best here, I guess. And
super sensitive.
It's very sensitive. It feels sensitive. When that's like what I feel this week is more sensitive energy than anything really, ironically enough. So, and I'm not a very sensitive person. So if I'm feeling it, I would assume others are feeling it too.
Yeah, let's see what's going on with all this energy right now. I'm feeling quite a lot. So, you know, I go however I go, however I feel like throwing. And today I'm going to throw differently than I threw last week. First card that we got for this week for the collective with love is we got a Knight of Cups here in reversed with the Queen of Cups reversed with a Judgment card. And we got this Four of Wands reversed. So I'm definitely feeling like we're looking for the ultimate calling because we're not feeling that either showing up or the emotion. The emotions are definitely intense. There could be a lot of suppressed emotions that we're feeling like we're not getting to where we need to go. But I do feel like we do still feel like there's this. I love the description of Neptune actually in a way of like the hymns and the harps and the things that we just like, they're in the background. We can feel it. It's like there's something like that we could feel going, but it still kind of is this feeling of, I hate to say it, like this kind of crappy feeling, like kind of like something's missing. I always feel like a Knight of Cups wants to move forward emotionally. It might be timid, but when it's reversed, it's stuck. Queen of Cups doesn't feel supported. And then, of course, a Six of Wands definitely doesn't feel like it's getting much support either. I'm going to ask a couple clarifying cards here. What's up with this Knight of Cups? Why are we feeling stuck? Well, the moon. Talk about extreme emotional energies going on right now. I think that we have to just get out our true feelings out there in the open. That's the main thing. All the creepy crawlers with the moon card, they like to come out. And it's those creepy crawlers that we have to pay attention to the most, because are they creepy, or is it creepier to keep them inside? I feel like it's one of those things that you have to bring it out. You know, you got to bring those things out in order to get out of that feeling of stuck right now. The Queen of Cups energy, the Lover. Oh, wow. The Lover's pulled out with that Queen of Cups reverse. So it's like, I think there's a lot of people feeling like either maybe if they're in a relationship, the support or the feelings emotionally support aren't there still the way they used to, and it's trying to redo that. Or you might feel like that there is this definitely complication here. I'm calling it definitely complication of like missing that feeling of support in love and relationships the way that maybe we've always felt it. I'll ask another clarifying card. Oh, Nine of Swords reversed. I feel like, yeah, it's past things that have been really hard, but they're done. So I almost feel like it's maybe pay attention more to stop worrying so much about what you're not seeing or feeling, and how do you get forward into that? That Judgment card's helping us figure that out here, that higher calling. It's almost like, you know, when relationships, they all have to be, I love the Judgment card because you actually see they're all stepping up together. There's this feeling of, you know, with partnerships and so forth, like, are we together going to the same calling? Eight of Wands came with that. Yeah. So I almost feel like, you know, if you're, it's the energy right now with relationships that feel like, you know what, we see the same calling. We're on that same page. It's like, you don't even have to really like talk about it. It's like, it's already a given. It's already a knowing. But why are we feeling this, that we haven't reached victory yet? Maybe we're still on the trail, still going. I don't know. Oh, the Devil card. Uh-oh. The villain came out early. What's up with this villain? Ooh, Magician reversed. This is not a good combo here. Well, we're going to get to the bottom of this because there's something making us feel like there's not a victory, or that it could be there's some entity or some person that's still like causing a distraction. Sometimes, you know, people can be distracted, or sometimes we could have people that we're dealing with that aren't in the light, or they're not aware of what they're doing, especially with the Magician reversed. It also could be definitely like somebody faking that they're all about it, but they're really not. It also could be, I always look at the Magician as like a trickster when it's reversed, especially with the Devil card there. And then it's like, oh, I can't have a victory with that. So, I have so many cards to choose from now. But I guess, you know what, we'll start with the Avalon deck, and then we'll move on. We're going to ask a couple Oracle cards here, what's going on, and see what is up. Well, you know what? What is the challenge? Two of Wands reversed. Not being on the same world together. Or, you know, if somebody's not knowing what they want in their life, that's always a problem. Or, you know, it's also the person that just doesn't feel like anything needs to change, or they've given up on the world that you wanted to create together, or you guys don't live in the same kind of vibe or energy in this world. We did get the White Heart here, which is, you know, realigning things and the perspective of things. So I do like this card because it is all about, I feel like there's a big realignment happening right now, whether that's with partners that you've been existing with or new ones. I'm definitely feeling, though, it's like, it kind of feels like with the Lovers and like that whole feeling of the Queen of Cups, and then the past, having some past pain that's kind of gone now. This is having to like realign things now in crazy ways. And I feel like a lot of this is like having new perspectives about things and showing up. It's, if you see that Moon card, it's like the creepy crawlers, like the weird emotions just need to come up. But then, you know, it's like looking forward now, looking in the new direction. Also, if you see that Moon, that looks like, is that an eclipse about to happen? Or is that more of like a new, right after a new moon? But definitely either way, it's definitely a new transformational moment here that's happening, and a realignment of things. So whether you're single or not, Even if you are in a relationship, there's a major realignment going on that you need to pay attention to. You know what? I don't feel like the unicorns for this. I don't feel like unicorns for this Valentine's Day week. I'm a Leo, and it's a full moon in Leo, and I'm sorry to say, us Leos are not really unicorny. We like the good, like the good love. We want more clearness of what's really going on here. Well, we got the Death card in this deck too. Wow, definitely talk about realignments, death, rebirth energy, especially with that Challenger. That's freaking. Whew. This is a transformation of like epic proportions. What came with that? Yeah, King of Cups. Look at the King of Cups. Actually, is where we want to be. We almost got almost like a full house there. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of crazy. Having three of the same right in a row: Knight, Queen, and then King. Almost like a flush going on there too. But that King of Cups actually is. What emotions need to change? What needs to come to? And with that Moon card, I feel like there's just a bunch of stuff that has to come out and has to be confronted to feel finally where things are going to go. There's too much, hesitation, stunt, this energy that's not moving. We are going to go a little bit dark here with the Vampire deck here. See what's the shadow going on with this stuff collectively right now. Oh, we got sacrifice here. Renunciation, an offering, letting go. Well, there's definitely, with this Magician card and this Devil card here, this sacrifice, letting go of something that's toxic, letting something go that's not feeling good. I'm going to go even more shadowy. Right when you thought I could go more shadowy, I can go more shadowy here. The child I was meant to be. Ooh. We have a lot of expectations of how things are in life, and when they don't turn out that way, we do have to go and sacrifice it and move on to get to that victory. How do we get to that victory? How do we get to the victory we really want in our love life? And that's just coming out. Reflection. God, you know what? I'm going to be honest. This card is not the kind of card I like. I always feel like, what are we reflecting on? Well, it definitely is making us look at things, but I feel like we've been looking at things a lot. What are we reflecting on here? Inner healing. So there's definitely, I think, a realization that there's been a lot of healing done and to make better and proper decisions now in your life. It's all got to come out, though. Secret admirer. I feel like, there's some sort of like, this Moon card here is like, there's emotions that have not been said that need to be said. There's too many like weird things going on that need to be brought up here. And that's an overall collective energy. It can kind of put things in a weird spot, but that's what I'm seeing here. And the last card I'm going to pick is an Astro card here as an overall. It's destiny. It's Yod. It's pointing it out. The finger of fate, the finger of God pointing to where we need to go and stop denying it and what needs to be done. And we did get that with Jupiter. I love that. In Virgo. And it's in the second house. Yeah, I think it's time to expand the reality we really want to have, bad, instead of denying ourselves of that. And also, I think it's about being real. Like, I think it's about being real. This is what I want. This is what I really want. Instead of like, I kind of want it, but or creating the imagination that you have what you want when you really don't. So that's what I got for the collective. What do you think about the astrology for the collective?
Well, that was deep. I think when we look at the astrology this week, it's intense. It's going to feel like a full moon all week with the sun's ingress into Pisces and the moon still in Virgo for that. So it's just a lot of heightened emotions. It is sensitive. I think there's something about Venus and Mars here conjuncting, and I think there's something about Mars passing Venus where we've been feeling like we've been getting pushed. But it was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable, and now we're kind of reaching this breaking point this week where it's heightened sensitivity that we have to start taking the lead here. And even as this full moon in Leo, like, this is really taking charge, stepping into your light, stepping into the things in life that you really want. It could be high drama. It could be intense. It could be kind of a shit show in some ways. But there's something about really stepping up right now. If you need something, whether it's love or career or whatever it is that you're trying to go after right now. Now it's like, okay, we took a little break. There's heightened senses for a reason. Something needs to make a change. And with Jupiter sextile Uranus here from Pisces to Taurus this week, that's going to be exact too. There is some big, abundant, universal gifts that are on the line here, but it's by doing something different. It's radical roads. It's avenues you've never taken. And maybe that's dealing with love. Maybe it's dealing with many things, but I think that there's something that we haven't been doing that we need to do to get things to really open up the way they're meant to. And I think we're at a point where we have to identify and own up to what that is. Or we're just going to get kind of swept away when the sun comes into Pisces. And we also have Mercury coming into Aquarius this week too. So we're still in this Mercury shadow, but there is something about, I think we've had a lot of deep thinking with Mercury, Pluto, and we're about to connect all the dots of what we were doing and thinking and feeling in our lives. And things are going to make more sense, but it takes action and courage. And I think that's a lot of what this week brings out. And whether it's love or whatever you're going for right now, there's something about the act of changing that is going to be very important. And you have to step up in some way and do that for yourself to get the love and excitement and enjoyment or happiness even that you really want.
I think you brought it up really well, especially that full moon that, I don't think people realize. It's like, yeah, there's the apex of the full moon. That's like what we traditionally look at. But when you see that we entered into Aquarius with the moon in Leo, and then the moon went right into Virgo, and then now here, we're not even out of Aquarius yet. And now here's another moon in Leo, but it does become full. And then this week is the end of Aquarius into Pisces, and this moon's finishing in Virgo, and then it's like we're getting this like extended full moon energy, which always definitely brings up like a lot of release, a lot of intensity, and especially Leo, Virgo definitely are signs about I know what I want, and then let me go make it the best I can. Let me go make the changes, the edits. Let me go like put in that work, put in that passion into things and make it real. So this is where we can't be stuck kind of in this kind of outer universal way of all this Aquarius energy with Saturn and with Jupiter and Pisces and Neptune and it's just so far out there. And then how do we bring this really far out there vision that we have to this reality? That's really this week. And in a nutshell, I feel that you covered very deeply.
100%.
So let's see what we got. Who's the first one to show up this week for Deep Love Tarot? The first sign that we got here is Gemini. Beep. Geminis. How many Geminis are in the house? Let us know in the chat.
Geminis out here?
Let us know in the chat. How many Geminis are in the chat? What's going on here? All right. Let's see what's going on, Gemini. You got a Ten of Swords here. You did get a Sun card reversed here, and you got a Nine of Cups here. And your challenge to get through it is the Five of Cups. Well, this is definitely a lot of, you're done doing the same thing over and over again. We're going to get more specific on that, especially though that your challenge is the Sun card reversed. I almost feel like you're too afraid to really step into what you really want here and shine the light that you really want. I almost feel like, this could be you having to let go of something, especially a person or a situation. But I also feel like there's this really happy place you're afraid to go with this Nine of Cups here. Because I feel like that you're happy, but I almost feel like that there's something where you almost feel like, I'm stupid if I do this or something. Yeah, the Lovers. Wow. Holy cow, look at that. This deck's shiny.
It's very shiny.
Oh, wow. Ten of Swords with the Lovers. I feel like you are on a circus, on a carousel here. And you're trying to pick what's the right person, what's the right situation with my love life. But you have to pick something. The Sun card reversed is like, what will make you the happiest, but that's your challenge. Is you're like, I don't know, you're too afraid, or it's going to hurt somebody, but hey, sorry, Gemini. Like, at the end of the day, if you're going to be happy, you got to focus on your happiness and stop worrying so much about what everybody else is going to happen to everybody else. Yep. Four of Pentacles here. You definitely know what you want. I think that you're playing stupid maybe and feeling like, no, I don't know. Yeah, you fucking know. You just got to do it. You got to step up into it. You can't keep playing on this carousel anymore. That's what I'm picking up is kind of this carousel energy. That's kind of interesting, but it is what I'm picking up here. What does Avalon got to say for you for this week? You did get the Lady of the Lake. My mom in a past life. Well, not my mom. She stole me from my mom, but still. Mystery, the goddess, you know. I do like this because it's that self-knowledge and it's otherworldly. I feel like you actually know where the magic is for love, but it's like you've been going around in circles in yourself or with a person or with a situation that's just not stepping into the magic. I think a lot of it has to do with the, you know, Lady of the Lake gives Excalibur to King Arthur. Lady of the Lake takes Lancelot to Camelot. I feel like, you know, it's like you got to give this what you really want to yourself. I feel like that you're too afraid to do what you really want. I feel like that you have a lot of blocks right now, and this is definitely a time where it's like, don't try and lie to me, Gemini. You know what you want. You pulled a 9 of Cups and a fucking 4 of Pentacles with Lady of the Lake with the lovers, but it's this 10 of Swords. It's like, oh, should I give the sword to this person? Lady of the Lake gives the sword and Excalibur only to the person that's supposed to go to. I think that's the whole kind of better way to like look at things right now and to understand things in a much better way. What do you got here? Jealousy. Oh, that's why you're afraid. You're afraid that it's going to create jealousy vibes. Oh, that's like leaving somebody for somebody that knows about somebody else. Oh, pull another one with that jealousy card there. Veiled, you're too afraid to bring it out. Or you're trying to find a way to hide how you're going to do what you really want to do. Are you hiding somebody? Are you hiding? Or is somebody hiding something from you? What the fuck? This is, you just opened up a can of fucking craziness. Hierophant reversed. Oh, man. I always feel like when it's Hierophant reversed, you know, it's like, yeah, I'm not going to be going this direction. Sorry, I'm not going to be part of this anymore. It's like you've had your foot out the door but you also know where your foot wants to go, but it's almost like nobody knows that you even want your foot to go in another door. It's so weird. What did you get over here? We're going to have to go into some shadow work here. What's the shadow of what's going on? Especially with this 9 of Cups. You know what you want. Don't try and fucking tell me you don't. I know you're a Gemini and you can overthink things a lot. Here, we're going to move that there. What in the heck is going on here? You pulled natural, authentic, real, organic. You know what's real to you. You can't be playing around with the stuff that's fake, the stuff that's not feeling like it's natural. It's almost like I think that you've been kind of stuck in an unnatural position or an unnatural person, and you know where the natural energy is. Or you're not being natural within yourself, right? It's like you're kind of like playing kind of fake in your own way. And I think that this is where that end of the road is here. What's your double? I'm going to call this the double shadow. Oh, anger and chains. You're angry because you keep chaining yourself to position you don't want to be in, or you keep holding yourself back from where you really want to be. That's the natural place that you really want to hold on to with every bit that you got, and that makes you the most fulfilled. But I feel like that you're afraid of what the repercussions are about you doing that, and worried about jealousy, or worried about, you know, that it might seem like you're coming out of nowhere or secret, or it's a secret thing, or the other person gets jealous. There's a lot of really weird shit here in that area. And I think that, you know, but if you were just to be honest and just live for your own happiness and not worry about that, then their energy is just going to be like, well, that makes that person happy. So, okay. Opposed to, you know, you making it such a big deal and not doing what you actually really want to do. The way that we kind of overall this, and then I also pull for single and relationships here, is you got fulfillment. I mean, that was with that 9 of Cups there and with that 4 of Pentacles there. So, you know, the life that really brings you the real fulfillment in life that you really want here is everything. If you are single, where are those? Oh, yeah, here we go. If you are single out there, the Fool card, it's this whole exciting adventure that you want to go on. And I know you might feel stupid to go do what you really want to go do with your single life or where that it's leading you to, but it's what makes you feel the best, whatever it is. If you're in a relationship, you're at a 3 of Pentacles moment. There could be another person involved. Maybe you're thinking about another person or they are. Or are you guys really building things together? That's the big question. Is it really what you want to keep building? Is it the same thing that you want to keep building? This is the time to see what villain are you this week. I know this is the part of the show that for some people are like, what the hell? This is where I pick a card from the Disney villain deck and see and help you insight. What's your shadow villain that you're playing right now?
Ooh, it looks villainous today.
What's the villain you're playing, Gemini? All right. The villain that you are playing is the 3 of Cups reversed. You're not having the time of your life that you want to have. You're afraid to go to what you really want to have. You're afraid to say what you really want to have. You're afraid to live what you really want to have. And you're living in a false sense of your romantic life completely. And I know that's a little sad, but that's what I got here. And important conversation. It's time to have the important conversation of the truth that you really want to have. You did pull. Seventh, or no, that's 12th house. Sorry. 12th house Taurus. Literally, you have 12th house Taurus. How funny. Venus. Oh, wow. Yeah. What you really want and the dream that you really want, you could have, but you're going to have to go through the bullshit and you're going to have to clear out what you don't want and step into what you really do want. So good luck with that one, Gemini. Back to you, Brian.
Yeah, good luck, Gemini. A lot of truth stuff came up in that. It's interesting that you do have, this full moon in your truth axis. This is 3rd house, full moon, sun in your 9th house. A lot of this is about your higher truth and also your subjective truth. A lot about this is about a big vision. A lot is about a journey, but there's something about narrowing things down and being real about how you're feeling, expressing yourself fully. It's not a time to put on a mask. It's not a time to put on a mask. This is definitely a time to be really authentic about what you believe you want your life to be, whether it's fulfillment, an adventure. What do you want and how can you narrow things down? This is a time where you have to really make a call for that. And of course you have a lot going on in your 10th house. I think you do have big dreams and dedications for where you want things to go, and Jupiter's making a sextile over to Uranus in your 12th. This is a time of really surrendering to what is true to you and not playing any games and being very upfront and honest. If you hide things right now, you're not going to get the magic that you want to see show up in whatever it is you're putting your energy into. Mercury's coming into your 9th too, so it really is a time where you're going to feel like you're more lost than ever. Mercury's your ruling planet coming into the 9th house. It doesn't want to be there. It doesn't. So you're going to have to get really pinpoint on the big changes that you want to make and step by step get those handled and express and be very honest. So I think it's a big full moon for you, and I think that reading was pretty spot on with the cards too.
Yeah, I think you bring up a lot about the truth, and I like how you said stop wearing the mask. That veil card did come up. It'd be like, you know what, if you were, are you done giving Fauci a blowjob all the time where he tells you to fucking put a hole in the mask only for the blowjob, but even when you try to fucking eat or drink, he's like, do it with the mask on? Come on.
Come on, Gemini, you got this. Just quit things, and don't overthink it, and be honest.
Fauci, he's probably got a hole in his fucking drawer. It's like, that's fine. I get the anal swab from the Chinese all the time.
Oh, God.
Aries, here's next. Yeah.
Aries.
He likes those anal swabs, doesn't he? He was like, damn, Joe Biden's so old and he's fucking not there fully in his head that he was like, oh, shit. Fucking, I tried to get the fucking test kits to be anal swabs, but...
He tried so hard.
He gets an anal swab every day.
He wanted those to come so bad. China was like, "Come on, Biden, bring him the anal swab."
He was hoping for it so bad.
No way.
He was Pope Fauci. You know what I mean? He's the Pope of the COVID religion. So All right. Aries. Let's see what's going on with your love life here. Oh, Aries. Last week's was a little intense, I know. But hey, you got the love full moon.
This is the love full moon.
For Aries. Aries got the love full moon. What's going on with Aries here? I even pulled out Botticelli for you for this one.
He gave you the most beautiful deck he's got, the Botticelli.
Oh, wow. We got a 5 of Wands there. Your challenge here is the Queen of Pentacles? Oh, Knight of Pentacles, yeah. Oh, King of Swords is your overall, and your way through the challenge is the 6 of Swords reversed. Weird. Mm-hmm. You're going to have some conflict, and that's okay. You're going to have to get a little, Aries like a little bit of tension anyway. I like a 5 of Wands for figuring things out. There's a lot of pieces to the puzzle in life, but you kind of can't sit behind. 5 of Wands, you have to get involved. I know it could feel like, oh, maybe there's a fight or maybe there's things that, but you have to get involved about what's going on. And the problem here is you're not feeling like you're getting what you really feel like that makes you feel good or makes you feel beautiful, or especially the values that you really want in your life. I look at the 9 of Pentacles as a manifesting card because she's always so in the right place in the whole universe, and the nature around just brings you everything. It is the single card. So the challenge here is that even if you're in a relationship, you feel single and you feel like you don't know if there's even a paradise out there, like the 6 of Swords is always the beautiful new place that's on the other side to get to. The grass is greener on the other side, I think, is the reminder. But I think that you have to be willing to go to that other side. Now, you did get a King of Swords here as your overall, so you want to be very clear this week, and it might come across cold, but I think that you need to go very direct, but not like crazy bitch mode shit, but it's like, hey, this is what I need to change, or hey, I like you, or hey, why don't you like me, or what? You need to get to the bottom of that because I feel like you're not getting the answers that you need right now. But if you're assuming, that's not going to go well. King of Cups reversed. Yeah, I feel like you're feeling like you're not really emotionally stable because you're stuck, because you're not willing to kind of go into. I look at 5 of Wands as not, conflict as much as it's how do we get all these things to work out? How do we get all these 5 people with their wands from all these different areas? It's a sports card too, believe it or not. So I feel like it's like, it's a little bit like love is a little bit like sports. It's like the Super Bowl a little bit. Like you got to show up and you got to fucking get on the field and play. Even if you're not feeling the best about it, that might actually make you feel better once you get on the field. I feel like that you're standing back too much, assuming too much. You need to be definitely much more direct. What's going on with that King of Swords? 5 of Pentacles reversed. You can't play the victim game anymore. Or, you know what? You could be dealing with a partner who's playing the victim game and you're like, I'm not buying that shit no more. But I feel like it's also you, though, mainly, that's kind of playing this victim kind of like role. Like, oh, like, it's like, I haven't been doing well. I haven't been feeling well. It's like, that's not going to do it. Shit, nobody's going to want to love you. I haven't been doing well. It's like, okay, we can connect on that level, but like, don't you want to like talk about the stuff that you want to make you feel good, opposed to talking about constantly stuff that doesn't make you feel good? It's that time is over. Oh, I don't feel good. That's real hot and sexy. Like, call me up. Fucking, how are you doing? Not really doing well in my life. I don't feel good. Like, it's just not, it's not a good thing. Wow, you did get the Sacred Union. Look at this. This is what you're missing out on in this Avalon deck. I love it. Look at that. You got this is the ultimate. But you have to be willing to play the game. You have to be willing to step in. You have to be willing to get over I don't feel good emotionally. Like, I'm sorry. Sacred unions don't come because it's like, I know you're so wounded. Give me a hug here. That's not, I hate to say it, that's not hot. That's not like turn on, sexual hotness. Like, God, I'm here for you fucking because you just don't feel good about whatever. They didn't deliver your fucking Amazon on time today. I'm so sorry. Come here. We fucking have sex with you. No. Sorry. You can't keep playing that card no more, Oh, shit. Can't keep playing that card no more. No, you can't. Aries, sorry. Yeah, home. I mean, look at that. Sacred union and the home that you want to have. I feel like it's like you're not getting and manifesting what you want because you're also maybe in the wrong place, or it's requiring you to look at like, where's that nucleus that's going to hold that sacred union? Are you living in a world right now that's far away, especially with the Six of Swords reversed? It's far away from the place that you really want to be because you're too stubborn probably to cross to somebody else's life too, to have that sacred union. I forgot I was going to start using the astro with this one, so I'll pull that as the second one with this. And you got Sag, you definitely need to expand and open up. I feel like you're too hard-headed right now and you want things your own way and it's not going anywhere. But the sacred union is waiting for you once you're willing to get out of this kind of emo, belief place of everything's kind of wounded and bad and getting out of that. Interesting that you're getting that with your shadow line. So that's definitely the shadow that I see going on right now. What did we get here? Prey, stalked, invaded, and watched. Are you doing this or is somebody else doing this? Fated to suffer. This is you. This is like you kind of stalking the energy out, and then you just feel like this is the assumption part of you, that you feel like you're like kind of checking things out. But to be honest with you, it's like you feel like you're fated to suffer. But you don't really know that for sure unless you get the clarity, because this is your wounded victim spot, or it's a past situation where maybe that has happened to you, but that's caused you to fade or suffer. These are your wounds that you're having to stop projecting onto people who are assuming big time. I hate to say it, but that's just what's popping up. You did get a decision. So, I think the big decision here definitely is if you're going to start showing up or not to the ultimate sacred union. What did you, where are those cards? I have so many decks right now. I'm like, what are we using again? Oh, we Botticelli. What's this decision about? Ooh, Seven of Wands reversed. The decision is if you're going to just not have the valor to have what you want in your life and figure it out and find it and go towards it, or if you're just going to keep sitting not in the good spot. And especially Seven of Wands is like, you got to get to the high ground. It's like, you're going to sit on the low ground and you're going to sit in this lower place. That's your decision. High ground or low ground. Are you going to continue on the low ground though and pick the high ground? Now, if you're single out there, you did get the Six of Pentacles reversed. I think this is, stop trying to look at people as like a bailout opportunity. Like if anything, or there's a good bailout opportunity that's here to help you with your problems. But like, you're not willing to show up for them either, or you're sitting behind. But it also, I think for you is like, stop looking at it as, what can somebody do for me? And I'm not going to show up too. You have to show up. If you're in a relationship right now, this is definitely a Page of Swords reversed. Communication on like the most simplest level is not there, and you're not communicating it, and your partner's probably not communicating it about what? Ten of Cups reversed. Why is it not all glimmers is gold anymore? Why did the ultimate dream kind of turn into something else? Why? Too much victim shit here, Aries. Winter's coming. Well, I'm here to tell you that, I think that you just keep sitting in winter. Family concerns. This is your emotional concerns. This is you living in this cold place that you got to get out of. You did get the moon. Wow. In the 7th house in Gemini, you need to emotionally communicate and change the environment up and fucking have excitement and fun emotionally about relationships and be honest about your emotions and relationships and stop assuming, because that is your problem with that Sag card there. Fucking, oh my God. Back to you, Brian.
Do they get a victim?
Huh?
Do they get a villain?
Oh, that's right. What is the villain that you are playing, Aries? You know what? I almost felt like after what you just went through with that reading, like, fuck, the villain is the victim. If I were to pick a Disney character victim, I don't know. You'd probably be playing like Gaston's little fucking assistant. I mean, you're supposed to be Gaston here, you know what I mean? Hey, Gaston! That's you right now. Oh, yeah. I'll sit here and wait for Belle's dad to come back. He's a crazy guy. In the snow. So you got the Six of Wands in reversed here. I'll never have victory. That's the victim. And look at, that's one of the, I don't know what isn't that the isn't this in the movie Sword in the Stone, and that's when she turns into the evil magician. She turns into a person.
I have no idea.
Yeah. No victory. That's your problem. Victory. That's your villain. No, I will never have the victory I want in love. Yeah, it's because you don't go for it, Aries. Back to you, Brian.
All right, Aries. I know you got a lot at the top of the chart. It can feel like it's a heavy time. It can feel like there's a lot of weight on your shoulders. But this is a time for you to define your life, and you got to make calls, and you got to be Gaston. That was a good point. Like, you can't be getting nagged from behind right now. This is a time where you make big decisions. This is a big lunation for you with love. Of course, it is in your 5th and 11th house, full moon in the 5th. Not only do you have to take responsibility, but you have to take responsibility for like your heart and the things that light you up in life. If you're just taking responsibility maybe for anything or the mundane, especially with a sun here in the 11th or even Saturn in the 11th, like you kind of got to do something a little rebellious to get the excitement and the love that you want. Or maybe you're just going to get like a little stressed out or not be in the highest character of yourself. I think you want to be really, really true to what's going on inside this week. And I would say with Jupiter in your 12th here and that sextile that it's making to Uranus in your 2nd, you got to kind of work for it too, but you got to work for it in different ways. And you kind of got to let go of old patterns, because it's the old patterns that have been self-undoing, that haven't been expanding your love, that haven't been expanding your career, that haven't been expanding all the things you want to define in your life. This is where you reevaluate and you have the universe on your side to get you on a new path, but you have to make the change and make that call. This is a lot of 10th house shit for you, and Mars is your ruling planet with Venus. You have to make the biggest calls in your life, and they're not always easy decisions in the 10th house, but they get you the farthest when you make them and when you own up to them. And this has to be aligned with your heart in that decision as well. And I think that's where you're going to make the biggest changes this week. And whether it's love or whatever, you know, this is big for really finding your happiness. These decisions will define your happiness moving forward.
Yeah, stop playing like a fucking weak ass fucking Gaston. Like, go for it. Like, if it's Belle that makes you happy, even if you don't get it, at least you went for it. At least Gaston goes for it. Right now, you playing fucking around like, oh, Jupiter sextile Uranus in my 12th, and the past patterns. This person's easy. You always pick the easy route right now, Aries. Like, stop picking the easy route. Pick the best route. You already can see where the best route is, but I think that you're terrified to try to go into the void of that. Because it's easy.
Something different.
I just called you out, Aries.
Who next?
Who next is Libras.
Oh.
Your opposite. That's your villain. Dun, dun, dun. That is your villain, Aries. You know what I mean? That's your villain. All right, Libras. The air just from doing those cards there, just shuffling them, just floated some other cards off.
You're not a gentle shuffler by any means either.
No, you know? I'm not, but I have big fingers and big hands, so yeah. I watch some of these tarot readers and they just like easily can just shuffle. It's like I have to like shuffle like it's like Mars Scorpio shuffle, like Leo shuffle. Like my cards just like get all bent. Like look at this, like they have curved. Like there's dudes that have curved penises like that. Like I wouldn't imagine that's just because they don't know how to switch hit, you know. Like, you know, poor guy. So you know what I do to switch hit when I shuffle? Then I shuffle this way. That's how you bend it back the normal way. Libra wants that balance anyways. They don't want no balance cards. Libra, do you like dudes with fucking? Well, I don't even know. I'm not into fucking dudes, but fucking Libra. You into that curved dick shit? Or you do? If your dude has a curved dick, maybe that's the problem.
Maybe it hits the spot. Maybe it doesn't.
Oh,
that could be the problem.
Libra.
Maybe
I can see Libras right now. Oh, God, I know so many. That's all I get. Oh, my gosh. Hey, I'll call that shit out. I don't give a fuck. That's the problem with all the other tarot shows. They don't say that shit. They can keep it all so fucking. Like, you know
Look at
what I
that,
mean?
Libra. You
Like-
got a nice balanced cut. Just like you like it.
Yeah, and then I got it, and then I do this again. What did you get here? Fucking 2 of Swords. Oh, shit. Your challenge is the Lovers reversed. You got a 9 of Wands up here, and the way to help you through is a 5 of Wands reversed. Gosh, you know, I feel like for you, Libra, you got this choice that you don't know what to make, and I think it's a pretty easy choice, actually. Do you want to continue to try and figure out a complicated love story where, honestly, I think part of it is that you know it's complicated, but you're done with the complication, and you're also then, I feel like, putting up walls to what is not so complicated. So I think that that's part of your problem here, is that you got all these great areas that you could be going with your love life right now that are not complicated, and you're like, wall, and then the complicated ones that aren't working, that don't make you feel happy, you're like, no walls. Let me just get, you don't know what to make with your decision there. What'd you pull here? Oh, wow. Well, you got the 4 of Wands, you got the Great Marriage card here. But, you know, I feel like, are you too afraid of having the real thing? Too afraid of having the real thing? Too afraid of losing the fake thing? Why are you so afraid of the celebration that you really want to have? Why is the walls up? 6 of Cups reversed. Because what? It's not a comfortable place because you don't know if it's comfortable yet. Like you want everything to be like perfect. It's like, hey, sometimes, you know what? Letting your defenses down and opening up, that's a place to go, not this perfect place to be in. It's like Libras wait for their perfect moment. Okay, my partner and I are in a bad place. This is actually, this spread is a typical daily Libra life. My partner and I are in a bad place. The person that I really want to open up to, gosh, they're not available right now because I have to still go back to the person I don't want to be with, and they're not free at the time that I'm free. So you just will just sit there and wait till the right moment comes when the setting's right. Oh, now I can go. That's your problem. Don't fucking sit here and looking at me like, fuck you, motherfucker. You know that's fucking your life. I'm gonna just throw 2 more, you know. Oh, look at that. 7 of Cups. Oh, I hate that fucking card. I don't know what I want. Who's the right person to marry and to be with for sure? I don't know. I'm just gonna keep looking at it. This describes your life perfectly. What's up with that? Your belief system, it needs to look perfect in order to do it. And then I think that you're battling a lot of this, like, well, I gotta like do the right thing at the right time. It's like, oh my God, like the right thing is actually the stuff that you're not paying attention to, which is just the ultimate decision on, I'm either choosing this path or not. You're sitting way too much in between on too many places and too many roads. And I just feel like this is your moment this week to break that, especially with this full moon in your 11th. With the sun here and Saturn in your 5th. Like, you know, there's lots of options out there in life, but there's a whole world that you really want. Is it really the world that's making you happy? Or are you just going to continue blocking that world? What did Avalon? You picked Excalibur. Da, 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 da. What's with you? It's sovereignty, the true sovereignty, and the actions that you take. This is the card that, you know, the magic is, it really happens. But you have to pierce it. Look at that. And it's piercing through that 2 of Swords. Like, fuck you, bitch. What? It's like the chalice. See? Oh, you know you like it. Wow. See? You know, Excalibur had to show up just to fucking show you I wasn't fucking around. Man, I'm telling you, you're dropping cards and shit. So it feels like it's definitely messy. It's definitely feeling messy for you, Libra. These cards have been through a lot, so they won't, like that card will fuck the whole shuffle up. What'd you get? Transmute with the snake. Oh boy, yeah. Especially with that Lover's reverse and that 5 of Wands reverse. This is where you need to make that, you gotta shed the skin now, Libra. About what? What do we got going on here for you? Saturn, it's time to grow up. It's time to grow up. I feel like you're approaching it like a kid who's going to class without their homework done and just sitting with your head down. Your love life right now. Too afraid to really go to the place that you really want to go. Using a lot of excuses too. There's no excuses with Excalibur. You either, hey, it was given to you to be used. Like that sword was not like, well, here you go. And like, well, I'm not doing well right now. I have choices to make on whether I should use the sword or not. Like, you don't deserve it then. So this is where you either grow up and go, I'm going to fucking do what's really the happiest for my love life and stop hanging on the fence and what choice do I make? It's just too hard. Or you're going to grow up and you're going to be like, okay, I'm going to get rid of this and I'm going to go towards that. Let's look at your shadow. The shadow. Eternal youth, energy, newness, vitality. It's time, Libra. This is a good shadow card to get, but also it could be that you're totally afraid of really living your eternal youth. You're trying to fake it. Oh, look at my partner or the person I'm into. They make me feel young, even though I don't like them. Oh my God. It's like, would you really do that in your youth? It's like kind of like the old man who's like, come with me. I'm going to go show you tonight how nice the restrooms that were redone there on the beach. They're so nice. Okay, honey, that's wonderful. I know that's the most random thing, but I couldn't think of something stupider or more random than that. But it's kind of crazy because you're kind of going through that kind of weird shit. Your other shadow, your double shadow is addiction. You're addicted to fucking wanting to find eternal youth through things that are not bringing you eternal youth. You're blocking the real youthful energy that's trying to come into your life, or that you don't even know it's trying to come in because you're blocking it because you're making an indecision about a horrible love situation by not making a decision at all about it. That's the problem. How funny is that? How is Ganesha going to help you get through that? You got joy. I mean, look at how much it's trying to show you to find the ultimate happiness and joy here. You got Excalibur. You got to grow up and transmute things. But you know what? People need to know that that's what you want. I'm sorry, Libra. Like people are showing up and you're blocking them with joy. Okay, you're blocking them. You six of cups reversed. You're just like, it's like you're trying to keep a door open. You're keeping a slider kind of open, but really it's locked. So they can't even walk in fully. Or you have weird situations that nobody knows about. I'm just not going to lie. If you are a single Libra out there, man, you need to stop shuffling so much and also being so unavailable. If you are in a relationship, oh God. Ten of Swords. Oh, this shit's dead and it's just the same pattern and you're trying to find a solution and it's insanity. Oh, and you're just so stupid, you just keep doing it. Fuck me. I'm so glad I'm not a Libra. Hey God, thanks for not making me a Libra. Appreciate it. Oh, that was rough, huh? I just went there. Oh, what is this oracle saying that we're going to do? What is your villain that you're playing out here? Inner healing. That's not an excuse to keep not making a decision, by the way. I feel like that's all you've been doing. Like the joy is going to be your inner healing and the inner strength. It's about actually letting that out now. Now is the time, Libra, to find out what villain are you playing in your life right now.
Seriously,
for real. What villain are you playing? You got the Magician reversed. I can't make the magical life that I really want to have. No, I can't. No. It's not possible. You're the fake magician. You're the person who's like, I'm a manifester. You don't manifest what you really want. So, time to end that this week and Prove us otherwise, please. You got fourth house here. Definitely, you got a lot of fourth house shit going on anyway. Virgo with Mars. Wow. Yeah, it's time to clean house. Time to clean your emotional house. Time to clean your base. Time to clean your root. Time to clear up. How do you actually have the reality that you really want to have in your life? Well, you have to connect emotionally and cut out emotionally what you really want. Back to you, Brian.
Yes. I would say with a full moon in your 11th house, Libra, it is a time to cut out emotionally what you're not. This is a time to be very emotionally intelligent and smart changes for love and romance. I know your 5th house is weird with Aquarius already, but then having Saturn there, I know. You can feel like you're on love lockdown. Kind of funny I just said that because that was the deep love tarot that got me fucking from 1 million views a week to fucking that happened. But you know, this is where you got to be emotionally intelligent enough to connect to what is not locking down love, what is not locking down romance, happiness, excitement. It is those changes that you have to really individuate and find out what is smart for you without weighing things out, without overthinking it. You got a lot going on in your 4th house, of course, of Capricorn. I know it's an emotional time. You can be digging yourself into a hole right now if you're not kind of breaking out of energy here. And I feel like this is the week where it's like a full tipping point. It's got to be
What's tipping?
What is tipping? Probably tears with all the 4th house.
Inner control tears of how much you try and control the narrative too much with all that Capricorn, and Aquarius is telling you to let yourself free with happiness, which is what Libra is supposed to do, but you have created all of your own fucking internal struggles.
Yeah.
Now I'm giving you guys away my fucking sun sign horoscopes.
Yeah. There's a lot going on. You need to get real serious emotionally so that you can cut through the bullshit about what isn't love, what isn't happiness. And I think also with Uranus here getting sextiled by Jupiter, this is bringing up a lot of 8th house, 6th house. Like, you got to make changes here, especially with the sun coming into your 6th house. If you don't make these changes and kind of grow up emotionally now and make these calls, you're going to stress yourself out. You might even make yourself sick. So I think it's a big full moon where you're like having a breakout moment and making a change that you know is right, and not digging yourself deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into a hole that you don't want to be in. So
no, especially I feel like it's almost like 6th house, 8th house, especially with those two planets. I feel like it's like the tipping point here for Libra with your scales is it's so dry and it better be dripping wet. And I feel like you just keep living like cracker life, like just crackers just in your mouth with no fucking, just dry. Like, wouldn't it be nice to have some wetness in there? Wouldn't that cracker be nice if you dipped it deep into some juicy, wild, loving life? Good job, Brian. Brought up a lot of good points there for them.
thank you. Right back at you.
Oh, well, you know what? It's the best sign of the zodiac. It's Leo's time. Leo rising. Fuck yeah, motherfuckers.
Leo.
Leo. Ah, Leo. Full moon in our sign. I know it's not easy for everybody to deal with us. We're fucking intense motherfuckers. We only want the intense, and we want the intense only. We have to learn how to deal with people. We're not the best at that sometimes, but we like the crazy ones. We like the innovative ones. We like the ones that are willing to throw it all to the wind in a moment's notice. That's the secret to the key of a Leo's heart. You put up any wall. Oh, tomorrow. No, a week from now. You think the king or the queen fucking wants that? No. I'm sorry. Jasmine is a bad example of a princess. Oh, I just push every suitor away. She ended up with a street rat. At first I was thinking maybe Jasmine and Aladdin are fucking both Leos. I think when they both find out that they both are transforming in their own selves, from street rat to prince, from princess who doesn't want to be a princess to a real princess, then they're Leos. But then they're Aquarians before that. This full moon is that journey, Leo. I'll say that to Aquarians too. So Leo, sorry, we would not be the street rat. So we're Jasmines that are like, I don't know if I wanted the kingdom anymore. There's nothing, nobody wants to fucking do some wild shit and take me on a fucking magic carpet ride with me and fucking do all this crazy shit. Stop fucking around with the ones that fucking put it off another day. All right, first card. Ten of Swords, yeah, definitely the end of that fucking cycle. Fucking Hangman reverse is the challenge here. The overall here is the King of Wands, and the way you get through this is the Death card reversed. Holy shit, Leo. Well, I think it's about addressing what's not fucking working. Like, I'm done going down the same fucking road, the same roads that I've been. The challenge is like you feel stuck even though you're not. That Death card reverse is definitely feeling like, I don't know, it's always like resurrecting. What needs to be resurrected here that you've spent enough time doing? Maybe it's a part of yourself, maybe it's a person. But this overall King of Wands reversed here is feeling like you don't have any place to really stand confident about right now with your love. Like you're not fully confident about it. Feeling a little unease because there's been just too many stabs. Wow, Knight of Wands. I think it's about remembering you're a Leo. It's like, okay, that didn't work a million times. Let me try this new way. And what's exciting and fun? I think that this is just about going back to like what makes you feel like uplifted or energy or people that make you feel uplifted. Your partner better be doing that if you're in a relationship, Leo. If they're not, sayonara. King of Wands reversed. Three of Swords. Well, I think that's a pretty easy one. I think it's like, you know what? The heartbreak comes from people who don't want to step up to the plate and own it. It's like where you have to always show up and say, I own it. I'm going to own it. I'm going to be it. I'm going to fucking, you know what I mean? It's like, Leos, we're so sick of fucking making it all happen. How heartbreaking is that? Because you know what? It makes you realize, like, I'm the one creating these relationships all the time. I'm the one creating this love story. Could I fucking find somebody who's going to take the fucking blank canvas and want to show up and create something crazy on it too? Or do I have to fucking literally fucking get on top of it and figure it all out all the time? I think that's a fucking problem here, Leo. To stop fucking around with all the ones that just want to just be swords that stab you. And that's the other part, Leo. You're always being stabbed at with all this Aquarius. Like everybody's out to fucking tell you should change and you should do this better and you should stop being so loud. You should stop smoking your Jew. Bye-bye. Well, the Chalice Well, which is a sanctuary. You're looking for that love sanctuary. Somebody who wants to do that. Or your partner needs to figure that one out. Are they dirtying up the sanctuary, or are they not really showing up for the sanctuary? And they've turned the sanctuary into only their sanctuary, not a sanctuary for both of you. Ooh. What do we got here? Oh yeah, we are doing in the middle. That's right, we're using these oracles. Shift! Shifty shift. This is a big shift this week happening, Leo. I always laugh at this card because it's so just like, it's a 9 too. It's just like, yeah, it's the shift is happening. We're shifting gears. Like this is changing. Like, okay. Like it's fucking definitely changing. What do we got here on top of that from the astro deck here? What's shifting for you, Leo? What is shifting fast? Part of fortune. It's shifting into an increase in fortune. What's up with this Death card reverse, though, and this Hangman? I feel like we have not got the answer to that. We're going to need an answer. What is the answer to that? The Truth. The Saturn card here. 6. Who's the real relationship? Karma. Something either hasn't ended or something ended and isn't ended. It's wild. What's your shadow like, Leo? Three of Swords here. I know it's heartbreaking, Leo. I know that nobody fucking ever feels like they really know what the fuck love is, even though they might say it and they might feel it in themselves. But I'm sorry, as the kings and queens of love, we know. Like we live it every day. You know what I mean? Even through the craziness, we always show up with the fucking love to everybody. Hey, oh yeah, let me, yeah. It's fucking hard. I get it. Hope. Anticipation, bright prospects, and wishes. Maybe there is that seductive, crazy, hopeful anticipation and bright prospect wish for you this week, Leo. But what's the shadow to that? You got to stay hopeful. You got to know that that's out there. You can't be in that despair space. Sacrifice, yeah, you don't need. I think that your shadow is you feel like you're the one always having to sacrifice everything. There's somebody that's willing to sacrifice just as much as you. But you know what? With that King of Wands reverse, they got to show up and they want to fucking own it. Like, it's heartbreaking. I know it's just showers of fucking swords. Look at the showers of swords. 10 of Swords here, fucking 3 of Swords. And Knight of at least Wands is up, but the King of Wands is down. And I feel like there's just this resurrection. Maybe somebody's done you dirty, and it's really heartbreaking in the past. But you loved them. The truth will come out from all this. The truth will come out from all this. It's shifting quick. Look at this, both part of fortune, increase, and wishes, and there's a lot to anticipate here. But stop anticipating that it's going to be more showers of hell. People who just don't own it and don't want to own it like us. I know, they just don't get, you know. They hate us because they ain't us. You know what I mean, Leo? Leo Risings? They hate us because they ain't us. What does Ganesh have to say? I'm telling you, the secret to a Leo's heart is just literally just like, you want to own that shit. But we got to want you too. Like, it's like, you know, people try to own shit with me all the time. I'm like, I don't want you though. Like, don't even know who you are. And sorry, like, it's not you. Healing. God. What's being healed? Yep. No more sitting on the fence about people. That's what you've healed and you're healing. Indecisive people are so annoying. You know, people get pissed at Leos if they think we're indecisive. We're not indecisive. You just haven't asked us yet. And once you ask a Leo, do you want me or not? It's like, well, no. Or yes. It's very clear. But you don't ask the right questions to a Leo. You know what I mean? So if you're a single Leo out there, boom, 10 of Cups. Oh, shit. Be happy that breakups have happened, Leo, and that you are single, because the right energy is coming. You got a lot of this stuff primed up. It is full moon in Leo. If you are in a relationship out there, 10 of Wands reverse. Time to drop that dead ass weight. That fucking King of Wands that ain't showing up. Who's fucking probably showing up for other things, but not you. Ooh, fuck. Well, I'm going to shuffle this deck because like shuffling deck on top of cards is a talent in itself, let me tell you. Destined. Divine Masculine, fuck yeah. Fucking, you know, I feel like this is definitely the shift energy that's finally you've been waiting for. It's been so fucking femme. And the destiny's been so femme. It's time for that masculine energy, energetically, of the destiny, of powers of destiny to just clunk into gear here. And if you're a Leo, male or female, it's like, especially if you're a male Leo, it's like step into your divine masculine. If you're a female Leo, your divine masculine's coming. You know what I mean? But the destiny is going. There's so much karma with Saturn and destiny. Holy shit. But Leo, what villain are you this week? What villain are you this week? I think that you're just Scar. I gave you the full smoke, you know what I mean? I gave you the full fact. Full fact. All right, Leo, what villain are you this week? Whatever, 6 of fucking cups reversed, so there's no safe space, or there's no space where anybody really wants to be with me. You got to get out of that story. There's no good memories. Nobody wants to build good memories with me. Oh my God. Or nobody remembers the good memories. They only remember the bad ones. Virgo, 10th house, Saturn. Destiny of the change of reality is coming here. And, you know, stick with people that want to go on destinies with you, not people that just want to fucking play boring, basic bullshit life. Back to you, Brian.
Yeah, Leo. First house full moon. This is a very defining moment for you. This is a time where you got to make a lot of the calls. I think that's where it's bringing change, is like if you haven't been making a change that you needed to get on and make a call for, especially with the North Node in your 10th, Uranus there getting a sextile with Jupiter in the 8th. I think this is where Leos are really taking their power back, really taking control of the energy they're passionate about and choosing where to go with that. And I think there's a change that you could feel like you really have to identify with.
A shift.
It is a shift. It's a big shift. And I like how you said like a clunky one too. Just like a power shift. It's almost like a power shift just into the gear you need to go in. And that can feel like a lot. It could be a lot of weight on who you are to do that. But this is a time to really shine that Leo light and be a full Leo when you have so much in Aquarius. Mercury just came into your 7th house. You have a lot in opposition. But this is a time where you have to deal with opposition. You have to relate to people. It's a time where you can put a lot of energy into relationships. It's a time where you can, but it has to be the ones that align with your light, the ones that align with who you are, the direction you want to go, the career you want to have. And it's not about picking up, because that's out of balance, right? So much in the 7th house, you can get out of balance by giving too much and not receiving enough. And I think that's Jupiter also in your 8th house. With that sextile to Uranus, you have to learn to receive and not just give. And this is defining kind of masculine energy moments where you got to lay it out there. What is it that you want? How are you going to get it? And what are you going to do about it? It's going to make big moves for you moving forward of like what you really want in life. But you have to want it and identify and pick it. This is your choice, nobody else's. And whatever that may be for in your life, you got to come back to Leo and identify with self and own up to that. And
it's your choice in the castle when they show up to the castle and fucking want to come into the castle and be part of your fucking kingdom. That's the only way it is, Leo. Don't ever try and play the opposite and go into their world. It will never work.
Your castle.
It's your fucking castle, Leo. It's my fucking castle. You know what I mean? Leo trying to go into somebody else's kingdom never works. It's always a 1-bedroom apartment. It's always a studio apartment, and they don't have shit.
Savage.
I am fucking savage because I'm a fucking Leo and a full moon in Leo right now. Don't go into their fucking world. They don't have a world. You are a Leo to provide the world because you build the kingdom.
It's fact. It is what it is.
That's savage as fuck, but it's fucking true.
We don't make the rules.
We don't make the rules. The universe makes those rules. Sorry, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell everybody. Everybody's triggered as fuck, man. I've been trying to date that Leo, and I'm trying to get them in my little fucking world. Ugh, Virgo.
Oh.
Talk about little worlds. Oh my God. I'm on. It's. You know what? You're gonna have to give me some. Like, you're gonna have to give me some sort of leeway. It's a fucking full moon in Leo. You know what I mean? Do we have really little cards I could use?
You don't have any mini decks, bro.
Oh! You know what? Just for Virgos this week, I'm going to use the fucking badass tarot.
That's my favorite deck.
I know.
I love that deck.
Fuck
Lucky
me.
Virgo.
Especially as a full moon in your 12th. You've been an idiot, Virgo. You can do the astrology. I'll save that one for the fucking app. Oh, shit.
I'll be a little more gentle.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'd love 12th house transits on people because I'm always like, this is where you're just fucking an idiot. Leos, we don't got any planets in our 12th right now, so we're like, So many people got planets in the 12th. I'm like, Hey, Capricorn's note no more.
Finally, that node's out of there. Yeah.
It's gone. All right, Virgo. What's going on in that little tiny world of yours? You can't make this shit up. The first card I picked is the Six of Pentacles, and in this deck, it's total Virgo. The mom teaching the kid to fucking already start to vacuum. I can't make that up. Oh, your challenge card here's the Chariot reverse. Definitely not going Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas style. Fucking going to the Sears. That's closed. To the Two of Pentacles reversed. Oh my God, I'm sorry. So at least you got fuck social distancing. Six of Cups here to get through the challenge. Well, I think that for you, Six of Pentacles, I feel like I think that you feel like nobody's showing up, but the truth is that you're not going towards anything. Chariot reverses your challenge. You're waiting for people to show up for you and give you the things that you need, but the stuff that you would ask them to do would make them like kind of probably force you to be somebody you don't want to be. And a Two of Pentacles reversed here. As your overall, I hate to say it, you're the one who's indecisive right now. And it could be about people. I'm using this deck because it's going to trigger the shit out of Virgos. Like, you can't make a choice of which dude you want. And you're hiding that. You got that reversed. The Six of Cups, though, look at you. You're looking for that amazing place to build memories, and that's where you need to learn to go to. The Chariot card is the best card in the deck. It has the Magician wand, it has the stars, and it's going in the direction. The Sphinx are black and white. It's the divine pulling it. It's leaving the town and going to a whole new world. But look at you. You don't want to go on Rainbow Road? No, I'm going to stay on the boring road in the same place. It's like you need to take a leap of faith here, Virgo. Trying to keep the same gamut going. It's not really a gamut either. It's not even a nice card game in the 1870s. Knight of Pentacles. Some dollar signs, especially a Six of Pentacles. There's money stuff going on here. Maybe you're just so focused on creating your own money and when your work, and then you're wondering, well, nobody wants to come in. It's like, well, it's not even that much money in work. But I also feel like this is a card remembering that, you have to keep moving forward in your life here. And I think that you've been kind of stuck. And it's time to, it's like, you have to show the worth of why somebody's got to move forward. Like, you can't ride people, or people don't want to ride you. We're going to have to get some more answers on that one. Oh, Four of Pentacles reversed. You really don't know what you want right now. Like, she knows what she wants, you know what I mean? Okay? She likes it a lot. Oh, but she really doesn't know. You're shuffling around. Look at that. She doesn't know if she likes the... I'm trying to think of the right words here. She doesn't know if she likes the junk or not, and which person's junk better. Maybe you have a phobia around sex going on right now, too. I'm just picking that up from cards. What about that? Yeah, Justice reverse. You're running away. Not from the candy shop. Oh, yeah, you do it. You know what? The Justice card is you can't get in trouble for running away from a cop who's chasing you from just wanting to go to the candy store. You don't even want to go to the candy store. You don't even want to go to this kind of candy store. What the fuck is going on with you? Six of Pentacles reversed. It's like, to be honest with you, it's like it's the peasant. I hate to say it. Everybody who knows tarot, Six of Pentacles is peasants with somebody who has some money. But when it's reversed, it's real bad. It's like unbalanced. trying to prove yourself through your worth in some sort of way, but that's not how people are wanting to see you. I need some answers. You got Excalibur too. It's time to take action. It's time to take, where you want to go. It's truth. It's power. Use it. I already went in. I forgot what sign had Excalibur as well. What sign was that? I forgot. But, Excalibur, the Lady of the Lake and Merlin don't set up Excalibur just for anybody, It's just like you got to use it. You got to use that truth. You got to go towards that truth. There's too much pentacle shit here and weird pentacle shit. Like, it's too slow. Why are you playing Slowpoke right now? But you want this deep embrace. Let's see. You want a deep embrace, but you'll crawl 10 miles to get there. I'll see you in. My Google Maps doesn't have crawl. It has walk. It has bike. It has car. But it doesn't have crawl. I don't know. You're the one playing distanced right now. Death card. Yes, indeedy. About what? I think it's about putting an end to not taking a direction in life and getting to the place that you really want to go. But let's get some more confirmation there. Mercury, mind. Yeah, death to you, overthinking it. You're in your head and you're taking things too slow and you're not fucking making a choice in your mind. It's an end to your mind. Man. Especially, Mercury's just went back in Aquarius. This is your own house, 6th house. Like, you're overthinking everything. You're overthinking how life should be instead of Jupiter and Neptune in your 7th. If you waste this year and don't fucking have the ultimate love story, I'm going to be like, you just wasted. It's never going to happen again. 1856 was the last time. 2022 and then 2170 something?
Won't be here.
You won't be here. So don't be an idiot. This is all going to happen so fast too. I'm just going to say this for anybody that's watching, the people that do watch. Like, this shit's, it's going to become like this. Bye. March, bye. April, bye. That's done. Bye. Never coming again. Bye. Later.
Jupiter hits fast when Jupiter starts moving. Don't mess up. Don't miss it. Don't
miss it. It's out of shadow.
It's ripping. Jupiter.
It's ripping. It's sextiling Uranus. Sextiling Uranus.
Ooh.
You got hunter, aggressor, tracker, provider. What are you trying to hunt down here? Because you don't know what you want? Like, are you playing a weird kind of hunter and stalking and tracking? You're trying to expect other people to come to you while you're hunting them. I'm sorry. That doesn't really work that way. People are not like little deer and fawns that are just going to just sit there and just be like, although that sounds like a fucking llama. What's your shadow to the shadow? Fated to suffer. You're so afraid of suffering from making the choice you really want to do and having to, I hate to say it, give part of your life away. It's not giving your life away. It's getting what you actually want. So I feel like there's a big control energy here. Fated to suffer is just like, no, it's just going to turn bad. So, but you got Excalibur. You got to take the power of what you really want. And you can't do it like, I want this way. It's like, no, you got to go for what you want. You have to hunt it down and go for it. Not sit there. If you're going to track it, you got to go be like, hey, I want this. This is what I want. Be very clear. Instead of being so indecisive and feeling this justice reverse is everything's unfair. It's not working out. But it's like, no, you don't even know what you want. Or you're playing prude as fuck. What's up with the prude shit here? I know you guys are the king and queens of prudes, but also the king and queens of the most porn stars too. So it's kind of a hard one. Look up that fact.
Fact checkers.
Yeah, somebody fact check me. Virgos are the most amount of porn stars out there. and OnlyFans people or sex work stuff. Concentration, well, maybe that's what you're doing a lot of, but I mean, if you're going to concentrate, you better be concentrating on how you're going to get to what you're going to get to. What did you get here? Fucking concentrate on what? Oh, Ace of Swords reversed. I feel like, you know what? You've concentrated too much on what door is going to open here, and that's the problem. You just have to open the door. I am free of your bullshit. But yours is reversed. So it's like, you know what? You need to let yourself free of your own bullshit, of your own concentrated mind. That's over. This is way too much mental and way too much just not moving anywhere. And you need to be aggressive and hunt down. Look at that shit. You know what you want. Stop doing that. Oh, wait. Oh, here it comes. Oh, it's going to suffer. Oh, like, oh my God. Well, what is Ganesh? Oh, we already did Ganesh. So if you are a single Virgo out there, you got Page of Swords. You're not being clear. You're not thinking rationally. You're waiting for somebody to do something instead of you being the one that realizes that you have to see what you want and you have to say it and you have to make it happen. You know, like you have to deliver the message and you're waiting for some sort of message that ain't going to come because you have to go towards it. Like, sorry to say. If you're in a relationship, 4 Pentacles reversed. Oh, wow. With a double 4 Pentacles reversed? I hate to say it, but you're not attracted or you're not really into your partner right now. You're not giving them much. 8 of Wands reversed. Wow. Yeah, you're not giving them a lot of love. Maybe you need to open up that love life a little bit more to them. Or ask yourself why you don't want it so bad. That's a little harsh there, but it's truth. Especially with all the stuff going on right now. Fucking, oh my God. All right, what's going on here? Divine Feminine. Healing old wounds. I think that, you know what? The Divine Feminine is not wounded. The Divine Feminine has already healed old wounds. So you can't be both at the same time. It's a contradiction. You're playing a contradiction. You're focusing on one or the other. I'm trying to be a Divine Feminine energy. And then it's like, no, wait, I got wounds. Divine Feminine is like, no, my wounds are healed. Like, I've already done that shit. I've learned. I'm ready to receive. Now, what villain are you playing, Virgo? The smallest villain of them all, but be careful because it's a microbe that will come into you and destroy you.
Oh no, a germ?
A germ! From an anal swab in China! The fog!
Fog has germs!
The fog has germs! What is the villain that you are playing? Oh! King of Pentacles. Now you just did it for the money. That came out a bunch. But especially this is the false king. This is the king that no one likes. It's the king that wants too much and doesn't give anything to anybody. It's King Richard that's the real king. Stop doing things for money or focus so much on money or focus so much on how your way is only and you don't give it to anybody else the way they want it. Sag, Mars in the 12th. Yeah, this is you cutting all your beliefs that the way that you want things. Your ego is going through a fucking humbling experience, but it's not humbling because it's a retarded experience of you continuing to believe that you can have life the way you want in a delusional way. Back to you, Brian.
Yeah, there is a cutting away going on right now. It's a 12th house full moon is a sensitive full moon. There is a lot behind the scenes kind of closing out. A lot of emotions are going to be felt. You're kind of wide open and susceptible to everything. But it's so weird with all, you know, the 6th house and all your Aquarius, because this is where you're going to be so hyper focused on perfection. You're going to be super in your Virgo right now, and you're going to have to let that shit go. This is going to be a hard one in a sense that perfect moments only last for a second. They're just a moment. Perfect is never forever. So whatever you're stressing yourself out about the perfect thing, the perfect love, the perfect partner, and you're overthinking it, you're gonna be in a tailspin this week with this full moon energy, and it's not gonna be fun. And you have Jupiter and Neptune in your 7th house, and that's the best thing you could possibly have.
Yeah, you waste that, you're a fucking loser.
And damn, all that 5th house you have with Mars and Venus meeting in your 5th house, if anybody has the best love aspects right now, it's you. But if you're going to be too picky and not surrender to the love, or not be honest and be truthful about what you want to get it, or if you're just going to try and push everything under the rug and not actually vacuum it up, I think you're going to be in for a very emotional week. It's going to be hard. So it's cutting a lot away, actually cleaning things up for happiness, for love, for really balanced connection here. That's where things are going to be really good. And with you got Uranus in your 9th house with that sextile to Jupiter. This is another moment.
It's opening up to a whole new world.
A whole new story that you never even thought was possible, that you never even saw coming.
And I think you bring it up the best about the perfection, but in Aquarius, it's not just only that there is no such thing as a perfect moment. It's that Aquarius for Virgos always disrupts the perfect moment, so it never is perfect.
Yeah, and they stress about it.
It's like you can't even predict the crazy shit that'll happen. Like, oh, it's when they do this or the partner does this and they'll do that, and then when they actually do, then what? Now they didn't deliver the right fucking spinach that makes your stomach not feel good. So now you're not going to open up and be like, I can't make love because the spinach wasn't right.
Exactly.
So it wasn't on them, it was on you and your craziness.
That's some truth right there. Bang.
Oh, I know, Virgo. You probably hate me after this. I'll see you next week or maybe in a month. Taurus. I'll see. You'll be back. You will be back. You will cancel me again, and then I will be back. You know what I mean? You'll be like, fuck, okay, that motherfucker was right. Fuck. What's up, my fucking Tauruses? My favorite sign in the zodiac is Taurus. Just putting it out there. Moo. I know. Some people always ask me, and it's like, I will pick a favorite. Taurus is my favorite sign. You think it'd be Leo? I'm a Leo. No, Tauruses are my favorite.
That moon.
Oh, that moon, I think it's because of my moon, but it is because of my moon. But I just love Taurus people. They're the most fun. They're fucking real. They fucking like the good shit. Taurus is no appreciation, and they like appreciation back. And I like to appreciate people when it's like I'm always like, damn, you just got some new kicks on. They're like, yeah, look at those fucking new stilettos, girl. And she'll be like, oh, you noticed? Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I noticed.
Oh yeah. Tauruses are great love makers too. Wow. I love Taurus. The Tauruses are my best friends always. Like Taurus. All right, Taurus, let's see what's going on. You and your love life. This is a full moon for you in your 4th. It's time to get emotional. I know that's been a scary place with Sag that has just ruined you as your 8th house, but that's over now. So trust is, you gotta be willing to open the doors up for the emotions. That's where you're happiest, is when you actually have the home and the emotions and the feelings that you want to have, not when you don't. It's the feeling of getting the nice car you like or getting the nice shoes you want. What about relationships? Are you gonna actually throw down? All right, your first card this week is 2 of Swords reversed. How interesting is that? 10 of Swords. Challenge. 3 of Cups reversed. Queen of Swordsy to get through that 10 of Swords. I think you're done with your own bullshit. I think that you're ready to stop sitting on the fence. I think that you're finally actually here. The challenge is I don't think you know how, and you're trying to figure that out why. And I think part of it is that you're not having enough fun. Or you're hanging around a bunch of people that really are good for you. Yeah, it's time to go for what you really want now. This is the time. Or, you know what? If you are dating somebody and they're not doing anything about it, it's time to get to the truth. It's not going anywhere just because they're not going after it with valor. They're not picking that high ground. What's up with this Three of Cups reverse? Is it you not having fun, or is it around the wrong people, or having too much intoxicating fun? Oh, it's the Judgment reverse. It's, yeah, people who aren't on the same understanding, the same calling as you. It's not going to be fun with people who don't have the same calling for the things that you like feel in life, that you want to be in life. It's not a party when it's people that aren't on that same vibe. What's up with that Ten of Swords with that, what you're trying to understand? Yep, the High Priestess. I think it's stop distrusting your intuition and stop playing games and stop playing games with my heart. I think that's how it went. Was that NSYNC or Backstreet Boys? I don't remember. Or 98 Degrees, one of them.
I think that's Backstreet Boys.
I think it is, huh? I think it's like you playing games with your own heart that you're ending. Follow your guides, follow your intuition, follow what is the imagination that comes up when you think of the ultimate love? Like, go towards that. Stop hanging around all these people where you're like, yeah, it's not really that good. They don't actually like take care of themselves. They don't like nice things like me. Oh God. That's a Taurus nightmare. It would be like, hey, I got an Airbnb in Mexico City. There's no bed, but there's a trundle bed, but there's no bed. It's just, you're gonna sleep on the springs. Is there air conditioning? No, you just open, there's no window. It's just an open slab. That's like a Taurus's worst nightmare. Mine too. What about the shower? Well, the bucket. Oh my God. Well, you got the holy thorn here. This is the sacred spot for you. And it's the perseverance, but it's courage. It's the courage to grow and create something. So go after and create something. That's what that's saying. What'd you get here? Trust. I was saying that earlier. It's time to trust your intuition instead of the repetitive pattern of not trusting your intuition, or just not trusting people and then creating the deception that they're not trustworthy. Oh my God, this is your issue. But what does the astro have to say about that? Aquarius, you already know what to trust and try new things. Breaking apart the chains, breaking apart the trust issues, stepping into the future, stepping into an exciting, new, crazy, wild frontier. Stop playing it so safe. It's a dramatic love that is a full moon for Taurus is in Leo. It's dramatic emotion, not fucking safe Cancer emotions. It's Leo, dramatic emotions. What's going on with your shadow shit? And then I got to go take a piss after this reading. Oh, here we go. What does Les Vampires have to say? Oh, you pulled knowledge. Study, learning, education. I think you're done with that. I think that you've already known what is not working. And I think that's why you think that I need to keep researching more on how to love or you're just doing that with school or something like that. Oh God, you got forgetting oneself. Yep, you're forgetting what you really want in yourself, for what you really want by, I got to keep understanding what I want. You just forgot it. Ganesha, I didn't shuffle that. Oh, you got a decision. What is this decision about here? The world that you want, the completion and the new beginning. Wow. If you're single, it's time to co-create it. Invest and make it happen. And if you're in a relationship, the tower. Holy shit. What is that about? Somebody's not trying hard enough and it's all coming down, or you're not trying hard enough, it's all coming down. Some crazy dramatic moment. Healing old wounds. That's kind of crazy. Stuck. Stop getting stuck on healing old wounds. You are a villain. What is the villain that you are playing? Taurus. Oh, the Knight of Swords. You need to move faster, and I think that you're not moving fast enough. your astro dice. I have to pee really bad, so I've been holding it for like 10 minutes. Libra, 7th house, Neptune. Get rid of the delusions of relationships that aren't going to work and start stepping into the fantasy love story. It's time. Back to you, Brian.
Enjoy your piss. All right, Taurus. Well, this is a big full moon in your 4th. Of course, Mercury's coming into your 10th. Your 10th house is Aquarius. You have to do radical things to reach the top in life. But I think this is an emotional journey right now this week of really getting that foundation secure, but in a more Leo fashion. I like how he said the drama. The emotion needs to be the drama. This is where you need to be doing things emotionally that make you happy, so you have the courage to do that radical leap into the direction that you want. I think Uranus in your 1st house and even having a North Node in your 1st house is a very big deal, in a sense that you're already feeling these radical shifts within who you are. And these are the things that are going to propel you to that 10th house, is by making that radical identification of who you are. And with Jupiter in that sextile in your 11th house, there does need to be a different way. The 11th house is not just going to go about things by the norms. Yes, it's ideals and it wants things for everybody to kind of come together, but there's an individuated factor here too, especially with dealing with Uranus. You got to be in the right groups that identify with yourself, that you're not digging yourself a hole. And I think that with Mars and Venus in your 9th house in Capricorn coming together and being, just holding hands, this is a big time to change the story. This is a big time to change your belief, or to dial in your belief and really identify with the story that you tell yourself about where you want to go. And I think if that's dealing with love, it's about identifying with the love story that you really want. You can't kind of beat around the bush. Like you know what you want. You're a Taurus. You know what value is. So this is like a re-identification of what your value is, because it's a higher level with a higher belief and more expanse that can come from this than you can even imagine. But you have to break chains to get there. And I don't think Taurus wants to just sit in something too slow, although I know Taurus can move a little slow. Don't beat around the bush right now. This is a time of emotional responsibility. It is a time of dedication, putting yourself out there. I think you're trying to achieve a lot right now, Taurus. And if anybody can do it, it's you, in your own unique, radical way of a strong sense of worth and value. But that inner yourself has to be locked down. And, you don't have the the South Node in your 8th house anymore. It's in your 7th. So this is where you got to be leery about giving everything to other people. This is where you really got to focus on your mission and have a strong base for what that is. And that's where everything's going to start to make more sense. But your Tauruses are going through a pretty radical transformation right now. And I think it's hitting pretty sensitive parts. And I think this is a sensitive full moon, but it's showing you where the structure is eroding and where the structure is strong and sturdy. And you're not going to keep building off of the eroded part, are you? No, because you're smart. And this is going into a better future, a more expansive future than you've ever seen. So whatever it is you feel like is trying to change emotionally, it's for a reason. You have to trust that intuition and let it take you in that direction. And I hope that was helpful. David's still peeing, so I'm going to look at the chat and see what's up with everybody. I'm going to see what's up with YouTube. There's a lot of people in there. I was on High Vibes chat, kind of checking it out. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the show. Hope you're doing well. Oh my God, it's taking forever to catch up. Wow. Well, it's nice to see everybody in there. I'm not going to wait for that anymore. What's going on with the High Vibe chat? Oh, just like a good old time. Seems like everybody's enjoying the show. Yeah, use your internal radar. Silent Murmur said that on High Vibe. I like that. This is a time of Taurus to really tune into that internal radar, because Tauruses are about to accomplish some of the best things right now. Like, you have so much at the top of your chart, and even the sun coming into your 11th house this week, but Mercury coming into your 10th. This is a time to really focus. It's like the blueprints for these great plans that you have are getting laid out. And I think Taurus is going to really figure out how to start building this great expanse or these great visions that they're coming into. But this is definitely a time to believe in yourself and to not don't be so wishy-washy. But that South Node in your 7th house, you can get way too wishy-washy and focus too much on the relationships that aren't going to the top with you, or focus too much on giving. It all has to be balanced. You can't give too much to other people right now. It's a time to focus on yourself. Not in a selfish way, but in a productive way, because this lunation is going to bring out high productivity if you can identify with all that weirdness that you need to let out. It's kind of a weird time. You'll see the craziest things happen if in the direction that you wanted to see it go, if you did that weird little tweak and started building from a stronger place within yourself, and the right kind of drama, bringing that into your life. Oh, David's back. Well, I appreciate you all. Hope you're enjoying the show. Back to you, David.
What was being said, I'll be honest, I did not tune in. It felt so good to empty that pee-pee.
I don't know. I blacked out.
Oh,
Talking
nice.
about making sure they're not...
I'm sure Tauruses were blacked out with you. They just had like a bag of potato chips. They were watching, and then you blacked out, and they went, oh, good, I can black out too.
A lot about not building this great foundation for this great structure that they're trying to achieve in life on the eroding foundation, but building on the solid foundation within them. And identifying with the quirkiness, because it is the quirks in Taurus that take them to the highest place.
Yeah, no more sandcastle life.
Yeah, no more.
It's like, oh, it's being built, and then, oh, no, it's eroding, and then, no, it's being washed away. No. And then having the trust that won't happen again. Maybe you just got to pick the right spot to build and stop. We learned that as kids. We know how to build better sandcastles the older that we get.
Yeah, that's
we
true.
learn to study the tides of life, you know. We get to understand those things as we get older. And I feel like for Tauruses, you know, with North Node in their sign, it's like, this is your time to go after what you want. Like, it almost feels like, and trying different ways instead of the same way, because Tauruses get so, you know, oh, this is the best way. It's like, well, no, there's now better ways.
Yeah, I was trying to tell them that. So thanks for reaffirming that.
I liked it. You just gave me like the breakdown real well there. It was like concise and solid and just yummy. There's Pisces.
I appreciate that.
Speaking of yummy, Pisces.
Oh, Pisces.
Pisces can be real yummy, and then they could be like a bad fucking sushi that goes wrong, and you're in the bathroom throwing up the next minute. It all depends.
I love me some Swedish fish.
With a little drop of LSD on it.
That was always the best. That was always the best.
Oh, man. I went there. Yeah, I did. Well, what are we going to use for Pisces as the cards for today? I feel like... I don't know why we're going to use these. I forgot the name of these, actually. I think they're called Touch Tone Tarot. You can show me shuffling them. Touch Tone Tarot. It's so not a Pisces deck, but maybe it is because of the past. But this is the deck I'm going to use for you Pisces today. Let's move this over. Touch Tone. Look at these. They glisten.
It's pretty on the outside, you know.
They shuffle real nice. They shuffle real good. They shuffle real good. All right, Pisces, what do we got going on here for you? Look at the glistening of the gold. Although it's got a bunch of old people. This feels like the Willow deck. If Willow and the little baby and Val Kilmer turning into a pig. And Jeppy, little Yippy. You got the death card. Look, this is an extreme death card too. It's not like, oh, how nice. Oh, but look at, Death himself is having a good time. He's like, take a selfie before we take you back. I just looked at that. That's hilarious. Look at Death. He's like, Make sure you hey, I'm taking a selfie. Another one dead. I'm taking it back. Fucking look at this.
It's going on my Facebook.
That's savage. Yeah, he's like, I need a new Facebook profile picture and I need to put this on Tinder. Some bitches don't think I have a stable job. I got a stable job.
I'll prove it.
Yeah, here's me on here. Here's me at work, ladies. You did get the 7 of Pentacles here as your challenge. And you got the Queen of Pentacles overall, though. Your way through the challenge is the 8 of Cups. Walk away. Okay. There's a lot to walk away from, especially there's major endings happening right now. And I feel like for you, it's like, I've invested so much, though. Have you really? Have you got the return? The 8 of Cups is saying walk away. I mean, this guy's definitely walking away. He doesn't even know, but he just, or she? I don't know. Is it he or she? This is the case of a Pat. People probably don't remember that from the old days. That was on SNL. But walking away from all the emotions that you've invested in might seem crazy, but that's actually going to give you the life you really want. The Queen of Pentacles to actually have the life that you really want. I feel like right now you're going through a major death process here that we got to figure out here. A Queen of Wands reversed. Yep, it's definitely the end of a love story that you would definitely... I think that you over put in so much. You know what? There's a question of loyalty there on both sides. What's this Queen of Pentacles about? 4 of Cups. Oh, he really doesn't know what he fucking wants. Look at all the people that don't know what they want, and the only person that knows what he wants is death. I think that, I think where you're at right now is a better life's out there, but you're just too afraid to do something about it. You're afraid to go through the change. You're afraid to walk away from, because I think that you invested a lot. And hey, you know what? We invest just by even just having a fucking, even if it's on a dating app, even just by talking for like a minute, you've invested something. But I mean, I think it's more about what at the end result here is, are you going to get this? Here, I'll use this, Did you get this out of it? Or not? Probably not. We're going to find out. We got King Arthur here. Oh boy. It's time for you to take authority. It's time to have the power. It's time to really go for it. It's time to also realize there's a responsibility in your life. Remember, King Arthur is the one with Excalibur. And that you have to take responsibility in life and put an end to things that you're not feeling or you're a lawyer about, or your loyalty is being questioned, or you're questioning their loyalty, and that's not a good situation. And you have to go through, you need to completely put the cutoff to it. But I don't know, you're afraid to take a fucking selfie with death to this. I'm going to be honest, I've never been so like, I love the death card. Like I would hang out with homie death. You know what I'm talking about? Like this lady's crying and he's like, what up, dude? What is that he's holding? He's holding the sands of time that have ended. Oh, how cryptic. I love it.
What a photo bomb.
Oh!
Time's up.
Time's up. Your efficacy is up. Oh my God. What happens when it goes negative? Nobody's answering that question yet. And that's not false claims. Don't go down that road with me. Oh boy. Okay, so it's time to embrace the change and the death and letting go. So there's so much good here. We're gonna find out what that is, but only if you put an end to it and let the sands of time. Yeah, taking a picture with death might be fucking what changes your life. You might make a TikTok with death about it, and it'd be like, oh fuck, everybody wants to hang out with death card now.
That would go viral for sure.
Fuck yeah. Like, what if the last 2 years of the pandemic was like death was just hanging around taking selfies with everybody, and everybody's like, look at the TikTok, my grandma died, fucking da-da-da. I'm saying this because my grandma died, or my dad died fucking 4 months ago. My dad died by being death, I will twist your head, fucking. It's okay. I'm not disrespecting the dead because talk about my own family, and they're with me right now channeling. You know what I mean? Like probably my grandma, my oma, and my dad are right here in my nights right now. You know what I mean? And many others. Ooh, truth. Oh, the truth will set you free from the quill pen. It's time. This is not truth. That's, you know why I like this truth card? Because it's a truth card where you have to actually, like a quill, like you have to do the work for the truth. It's not just like, I know the truth, but I'm not going to do anything about it, like a typical Pisces. No, you have to actually do something with it. You have to write it out. A quill pen, you got to make sure that it not only does it have the ink that you have to do perfectly, but is the tip good? Or is it littered with fucking fleas? What's up with this truth here about this something you invested in that you have to walk away from now? What's going on, Pisces? Ooh, the truth about your actual happiness, the 5th house. I know it can be dramatic, but it can be dramatic in a good way, not a way that, I hate to say it, feels like hell and abuse and taking advantage of you. I feel like you've been getting taken advantage of with that Queen of Wands reversed. Now, this indecisiveness about a better life, I mean, come on. I know that sounds crazy, but like that's where you're at. Religion? Oh, you're you know what? Have you turned somebody into a religion? Like, I can't. It's bad. It's the rules. I'm supposed to do this. Oh. Or it could be literally their religion or your religion. Maybe I need to throw REM on. Losing my religion. The shadow of the shadow. Oh, bride in a cage. Oh. You are locking yourself in the worst cage you could ever lock yourself in, even if you're single right now. Probably still hooking up with the wrong person. It's controlling, or you're just so locked up, nobody can even get to you. Who's going to want to fuck this dude? Nobody. Not even the gays. That was funny. I thought that was funny. That was hilarious. Oh, fuck. You know, last week was the first time we were back in a long time. Now I feel like I'm back. Last week it was kind of like, got to get back into this groove. Oh, this is an easy groove to get back in. Pisces, you pulled Be Candid. You got to be candid now. Do you know what that means, Pisces? Do I have to describe it to you? I also like describing it as like this: be, and you can, and you did it. So it's time to walk away. It's time to be candid and be real. You can't be, and you got to be candid about the situation. You can't be delusional. You have to be really hyper focused. How Ganesha is here. Like Ganesha's not just meditating. Ganesha's like focused on the fucking alien fucking crazy shit and like focused, being honest. Like, look at this crazy power that comes from him. I don't know. It's fucking crazy. Bah! You know, especially about what the truth of your happiness is, and especially what you need to walk away from. And remember, to be candid, death card's here and take a fucking selfie with you. Let's go. Let's change. Sands of times are done. It's a new beginning always with the death card. Now, if you are a single Pisces out there, single Pisces, you got the 4 swords. Where is a safe place for you to really be in bed and even sleep? I think that you're in unsafe places, or you definitely want somebody that wants Netflix and chill or cuddle, or you just want somebody who's really safe and positive and a safe place to call home, because I almost feel like that's not happening. If you're in a relationship, oh boy, 4 of Wands in reverse. Definitely it's the engagement gone bad, or the marriage right now has kind of lost its way with the Tower card. Damn. Okay. I mean, this is a full moon in your 6th, so it's time to like clean up on all the aisles at the supermarket right now, all of them. You thought the spaghetti section was bad with all the fucking tomato sauce that fell down. Wait till you see aisle 5. You know what I mean? Clean up. Your 12th house too, Saturn, the sun, Saturn, Mercury in the 12th. This is time to clean shit up. This is your moment, this full moon in Leo. Or else you'll go down a bad road here. I'm just going to be real with you, Pisces. You're stuck. I just fucking pulled that a little bit ago, but I just literally was sitting here shuffling. Like, you're not stuck. You're stuck when you don't do anything. Okay? Third party interference. Ooh. What's that about? I'm going to pick tarot for that. 3 of Cups reversed. Ooh, yeah. Third party that's probably dealing with... There's somebody that's interfering or that's shady and isn't part of the good club either, part of the dark. You're dealing with somebody dark. And there could be also another person that's dark too. You know where the light road is. You need to pick it now. And it's time to find out, what villain are you being, Pisces, this week? I know you're already dealing with enough villains themselves, but is that because... What villain are you energetically playing out this week? Ten of Cups. My life is glorious and great the way it is when it's not. The sunken ship at the bottom of the fucking... It's not treasure. What you think is treasure is not even worth going on the road show with. That's Gemini with Venus in the 5th. Wow. Well, it's time for you to get to the truth of your, relationships here, and especially communication about what your heart really wants, and also to change the environment around the relationship of real happiness and true happy love. And does it really feel like it's twin-like, or what really excites you? Stop being... I feel like you're bored as fuck and you're stuck, and like you're just like... You won't be that sorry if it ended anyway, the crazy shit. Back to you, Brian.
Oh, yeah. You could definitely feel stuck this week. Definitely. That's a stacked 12th. A lot going on. Even Mercury coming into your 12th. But the full moon in your 6th. And as a Pisces, you can want to just kind of float through reality. And this is that week where you can't just float through reality. You actually have to kind of get your hands dirty and put in some work. And put in the change for the work that you want to see. It is like really a big cleanup. I love the analogy you said about the grocery store. It's like that. There's a lot of cleanup to do, and it's not about getting stressed about it. This could be somewhat stressful or anxious. Anxiety could come up, but you just doing the things will actually release what you're looking for. If you just try and float through and you don't change up your reality in some way and kind of mold this clay of reality into what you want it to be, you're gonna wish you did, or you're gonna go through some weird karmic shit with all that 12th house too and get real lost there with Mercury. But you can also bring some dreams into the physical by doing the actual work to get that done. And I think with your 11th house too, with the Capricorn and Venus and Mars conjuncting and holding hands there, people can be a great ally right now. And you want to identify with the right people that aren't self-sabotaging, that are going into a more pure direction, because this full moon's kind of about purifying your life and purifying your emotions and your personal life at the same time, and bring that into a physical nature. Groups and people could be a good support system. Of course, you do have Jupiter and Neptune in your 1st house, and they're sextiling over to, Uranus and Jupiter are sextiling. Uranus in your 3rd, North Node in your 3rd. This is a time of truth. This is a time of communication. And it is that communication of what you want and the changes you want to see in life that need to kind of pop. It's going to be a sensitive week for you. But you can kind of get out of it if you're doing the little tweaks and changes in your life that are going to purify it instead of staying in anything toxic. And that really does go for love, especially right now. No more toxic love.
Or just holding yourself back from beautiful love and just sitting in a fucking cage of isolation. And addiction. As I let up a smoke in your 12th. Addicted to the isolating and the people that are not good for you. Capricorn.
Cappies.
Oh, the master commanders of the ships of the zodiac and the destiny Saturn ships. What cards do we use for you? I feel like it's a special time. I've not used these for a while, and they are going to be used today. It's because it's zombie time. Zombie time! Feeling the zombie cards for you this week, Capricorn. A lot of energy in your first house, and finally Mercury out, but boy, oh boy, we're waiting for Pluto and Mars to get, we're waiting for Mars and Venus to get to Pluto, but they're together now, so this is definitely not being like walking like a zombie, but going for the gold in your life. Going for the gold. Yeah, North Node Taurus, this is your great love story building, and that you could have better. Or take it up the next notch. All right, let's see what's going on with you, Capricorn. You got an Ace of Wands to start things off. 4 Swords is your challenge. You got the King of Wands as your overall here. And the way we get through this challenge is the 8 of Swords reversed. I feel like this one's really cool. Like there's all these offers. This is a great time for you with love. But I just feel like not tripping yourself out in the head so much that maybe you're not at the spot you want to be with it right now, because it's opening up to these new exciting and awesome energies. This King of Wands also feels like, well, I really haven't found it yet, or people aren't wanting to show up yet the way I want to. Well, the Ace of Wands is the new door that's open, and having fun exploring that area. This is definitely, I think, a good time for you to, explore the flesh that's already been taken off and use the bone in a new way. The zombies have already eaten it all. That doesn't mean that it's all bad. Maybe the zombie learns to fucking use that as a club or even a toy in bed. What's going on though with this? Because I feel like this is really good, but that 8 of Swords reverse is like, get out of your own head. Get out of your own toxic thoughts, especially that you're not going to find some sweet place to rest as a military soldier in the middle of a zombie fucking apocalypse from fucking Pfizer. I mean, from the world. From the world. From Johnson. From AstraZeneca. The world. From what was it called? The Rainbow, the Umbrella Corporation. Okay. What's going on with that Ace of Wands? This is exciting. I don't know why I use these cards, but we're going to use them anyway. You got the Fool card. Definitely a whole new journey. Ace of Wands and the Fool is a whole new, you're starting a whole new adventure and a whole new journey. It's like a wondrous world out there. So don't be so focused on the anchors right now. I know this is where the ship kind of gets to go out and play off port. Doesn't have to follow the map so much. What'd you get with that King of Wands reversed? Oh, yeah. I think that, you know what? You haven't found victory yet. So you're on the trail to find victory. And I think that you need to remember that. You don't want to be the King of Wands at this moment when you have these awesome new fresh frontiers to go explore for happiness and love. But I think that there's a little unsettling of like having to go to these new exciting places, maybe self-worth stuff, mind stuff. That is it going to be safe to go in these places? Will people like me? Will people want to show up? Will they want to like throw the fucking victory party if I'm in their life? Yeah. Capricorn, this is looking good. But don't be dumb and don't open doors right now and stay in your fucking head and stay in your bed. That'd be the worst thing too. I'm just gonna stay in bed. Oh yeah, people are gonna come. The only way people are gonna come into your bed is probably going on like one of those free hookup apps, and they're probably they're gonna be a catfish. You got Blow to Wed. Remember, she's all about manifesting shit and the renewal. She's the 33 card. Look at her. She's ready to go. You got all 3 cards here ready to go. You're ready for the good shit. It's the adventure of the new shit. It's willing to also manifest that shit. So that's looking good. And she's got the wisdom of the White Owl. She's not stupid. The Fool card's not stupid. The Fool card's ready to go have a good time. The new beginnings. The Ace of Wands. This is really exciting new love stories going on. Or it's the door to those. What is it going to be? Stop thinking about it. Do it. That's part of it. What did you get here for? Oh man, here we are. I need to have a better way of doing this here. Wow, full moon on the full moon in Leo. That's your 8th house. It's time for you to get passionate, yo. It's time for you to go for it. It's time for you to go for what you really want. Stop holding back. Stop holding your appetite back. Capricorns have a very, very fine palate for appetite of sexual nature. But I think that you're in your head too much about it all. Well, what happens if we have sex and then if they don't come around or blah, 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 or do I go into a relationship or not? It's like, shut up and just fucking see what's there and just keep following the fucking doors. Now, or if you're in a relationship, this is a whole new direction. Like maybe it's time to move to the next level. BDSM, no, I'm just kidding. fucking marriage or renewing your vows or Black Moon Lilith. Talk about a full moon in the 8th house. Fucking when you also got Black Moon Lilith and the mystery. You know what? Going down the hole is the great mystery of life, isn't it? It's such a mysterious place down in those holes, you know? Fuck. And what comes out of those holes, too. Fucking crazy. Okay. What's up with your shadow? Ecstasy. Oh, my God. What is going on with you this week, Capricorn? Holy shit. Yielding, rapture, bliss. Oh, my God. The rapture's here in a blissful way. The ecstasy rapture. You will be provided with LED lights. You'll be provided with Vicks. You'll be provided with candy. You'll be provided with oils for massage. That's the rapture. But it's also the yielding. How much do we yield from what we put into our things of ecstasy? It's also a bunch of butterflies that are flying around out of those holes. What's your shadow? The shadow. Oh, the colorless angel. Oh my God. It's like, here you are. The ecstasy world's opening up and you're like, I don't know if I want to go through that way. It's kind of, you know what? It's not going to be fun to play the colorless. Oh, everything's okay. I'm not going to get you a victory. You got to be amped. This whole, or if you're dealing with a partner like this, or if you're going to go on a date and somebody literally looks like this energetically and they're like, I have long COVID. Take an Adderall and shut up. That's what they're prescribing people with that shit. Stay away from all those colorless angels. Oh shit. You got sustenance. Yeah, you need that sustenance. You need that. You need that juicy part. The sustenance is the taste. It's the juice that rushes down your face when you eat a plum. When you eat a fucking pineapple. Take a bite out of life and love. Maybe Biden needs to start using those old commercials. Take a bite out of crime. If you are a single, that's right, I said single Capricorn. What are we using for you? We're using 2 decks. We're using zombies and fucking everything, but we're going to use the zombies here. What do the zombies guys say for singles and for relationships? If you're single, 9 of Pentacles. Definitely that's the single card, but also knowing the best. You know what the 9 of Pentacles does? Oh yeah, I'm finding the best meat in the market and I'm closing the doors and not let the zombies in. Let only the people in that want the good meat in life, not eating meat off people. If you're in a relationship, Knight of Swords in reverse. I don't think that you need to go guns blazing and to try and fix things that maybe you thought that needed fixed. Yeah, the Hermit reverse, you need to stop trying to understand things and maybe let things go. Like things don't need to be saved as much as you think, because focus on the sustenance of things. Your oracle this week is busy and distracted. Well, we need to stop that one because you got a lot of doors open here, or it might feel like you are busy and distracted with so many new stories or how it's going to be, and it's time to manifest. I'm telling you, it's time to manifest. So be more focused on what to manifest from here and go down the mystery holes of the Black Moon, Lilith, full moon in the 8th with this. Now, what villain are you being this week, Capricorn? What is the villain that you are playing out this week that's holding you back from your love story? I don't know. What could it be here? And it is the 6 of Pentacles. Stop trying to just play life so perfect and straight down the middle and boring and black tie boring events and trying to help others so much. Oh my God. Time to help yourself get the fucking juice. Stop trying to fucking make somebody come after fucking 4 hours. You know what I mean? It's not your problem, it's theirs. You got Capricorn. You got Pluto. Pluto and Capricorn. And you got in the 10th. Oh man, you are going to higher levels than you even realize in your life, but it's only by allowing the change and learning to receive the higher levels and start picking higher levels, especially in relationships or in your relationship. Take it to higher levels. Don't say, we're fine here. We're just going to stay together, but we're not going to get married, or we're not going to try this, or we're not like, or, you know what, I'm going to pick the same easy targets in my single life. No, pick the hard ones. Back to you, Brian.
That was a really good reading.
You guys got that was fucking epic.
That was an epic reading, Cappies. And I feel like you're at a pretty epic time in your life. You've got so many new things that are starting. You've really been revamped as a Capricorn over the last, what? How long has it been? 14 years almost? It's been about 12 years, a little longer.
14.
It's crazy, you know? So you've been so revamped, and this is where you're really identifying with this new you, this revamped you, and how you can take it higher. I think this full moon in the 8th is going to be a transformative aspect to where you actually see the bigger picture of how much you're capable of. And it comes back to the manifestation. And yeah, Saturn's in your 2nd, and you might feel like, but what? And nothing's showing up quick. It's a process with Saturn in the 2nd when you're trying to do it, but you have to identify with it and keep going after it. And Venus and Mars meeting together in your 1st is powerful for creation, but again, this is creative in the aspect that you know you can create it. Like, you have to really put the kind of the weight of your creation and your manifestations on your shoulders and not expect necessarily everybody in the world to show up, but you have to really know your worth and your value, especially with Uranus in your 5th house in Taurus and the North Node in Taurus. This is where you have to identify with all the things that you love in life about yourself so that you can manifest more of the things you love and learn to let go of, with a full moon in the 8th, the things that are not showing up with passion, not showing up with love, not showing up in any way that you don't want to identify with life anymore, because this is where you get to rewrite everything, but you have to break out a little bit. Can't be the same old structure way. This is a whole new way to reach the top. So it's getting really good. And I think Jupiter's really doing you a lot of favors in your third house because your mind is expanding to all these things, all these different possibilities, all these different truths. And now it's about narrowing them down, but in an expansive way, from a place that really comes from your heart and really comes with who you are as a person. And that's how you're going to make your road to the top. And that's how you're going to identify with all the things you want in life. But it's you taking control of who you are and owning it, that you've changed and you've evolved. Now, where is that evolution taking you? Is it taking you to love? Is it taking you to business? Is it taking you, what is it? This is where you define exactly what that is. Cappies.
Very well put. You know, Capricorn, if you look all over their rulers of the houses, you're like, Aquarius is their second house. Yeah, they like crazy shit that they want. Their eighth house, Leo, yeah, they want passionate and the most intense shit. That's the only way to get love and passion for them. Like, because Capricorn's the only thing they really want to control in life is their own course and destiny. Once they got the ship docked where they want in life, they want the wild shit. They want the different shit. They want the best love. They want the finest wine. They want friends that are loyal and trustful. They want, you know, a balanced career. They actually want a balanced career, and they usually want to do a career with somebody who's down with it, with what they're doing. So that's Trudeau's problem, though. We don't even... Who's his wife? We don't even see her.
Who knows? It's a lost Capricorn right there, him and Fauci.
I know. Him and Fauci. Like, all the Capricorns that are not in alignment right now are so easy to see, and the ones that are super easy to see. It's like, you know... And I was thinking Tiger Woods, like, you know, that motherfucker went crazy. He likes it crazy. I can go down the list. Next, well, we are down to our last 4 signs, and I just picked Aquarius. So we have, after Aquarius, it will just be these last 3. It'll be Scorpio, Cancer, and Sag. So we're on Aquarius.
Oh, Aquarius.
And they're getting the Touchstone Tarot.
Lucky.
Yeah. Fuck, they got Saturn in their sign. So, and it's full moon in your relationship house. Or are you going to play Isolation, Ice Queen, Ice King City?
If there's any Aquariuses watching this show and they're still playing Igraine, knock it off.
Oh my God, you remembered.
I remembered.
Hey, I hope if a grain pops up, you can't deny that you've been a grain up there alone in the tower with your animal and not even looking outside.
I'm going to die if that card pops up.
If a grain comes up, I swear to God, fucking, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, I'll get up and I'll throw the fucking camera.
I'll actually do it too. Now I hope that card doesn't come up.
I know. For this one, I feel like I need my jewel. The suspense. A grain is in there, and she's like, "No, don't pick me. I don't want the." All the Aquarians are like, "No, he's gonna call us out. We're all been a grain.
Out of my tower. I'm with my dog.
I'm with my fucking pet. But I have to be. Or it's like not even a pet. It's like I'm just in this weird place in this tower, looking at a weird wall." All right. Aquarius, first card. 8 of Wands. I love it. Woo! Look at her. She doesn't even know what's hitting her. That's totally an Aquarius look. Like, what the fuck, love? Oh, my God. What is that? What is that? King of Pentacles as your challenge here. Your overall here is the Justice reversed card. And your way through this is a great. No, I'm just kidding. Knight of Wands. Oh boy, Aquarius, it is love. It is going into passion. It is throwing all... It's like 2 sheets to the wind, like throwing it out. Fuck it. But I think your challenge here is, I have too many important things that are, you know, that I need to keep together right now. Well, are those important things going to go anywhere? Maybe there's problems with them because it's a challenge, and the way to get out of the challenge is to go into happiness, love, fun, the arrows of love that are shooting at you to make a change. Look at this is totally an Aquarius look. what the fuck? What is that?
The most Aquarius.
I am a statue, not a person. Stop looking at me. But this justice reversed, right? Like, there's definitely an imbalance going on here about relationships. Either you're just, you forgot, you turned into like the shadow of Aquarius, where you think you're just like a cyborg and you don't have genitalia. Knight of Wands, though, is your way through all this, which I feel like the challenge is, hey, to have the good things and more, or if you're having money issues in your life, believe it or not, you're going to need the Knight of Love and the Eight of Wands of Love to take you to a much better place. Let's see what's going on here. What's going on with that Eight of Wands? Look at that, shocking those Aquarians out. Like, boom, the Moon card. Oh no, you're going to have to face emotions. The old hag that thinks she's pregnant, but it's just she gained some weight. She doesn't know how to tell people. She's been lying to people, tell people she's pregnant when she's not pregnant. She's a food baby.
Alien baby?
She has an alien baby. She was a test subject in the first round.
Oh no.
Oh, fuck. Woo. No, I feel like the Moon card, it's like, it's almost, I think the troubling part of it is like, oh my God, you know what? It is time for my emotions to come out and feel where the love will take me, instead of kind of holding back. And because the Moon card is a hidden emotion. So maybe you haven't expressed what you really want to express, and it's time to come, and you're like, I wasn't ready. I was just doing these scribes, but they're not even mine. They're just, my hair's not fully ready, but I guess maybe it is. I don't know. There's some definitely emotional stuff here we're going to get into a little bit. What is going on with this Justice reversed? Six of Swords. It's time to move on to a better direction. It wasn't fun over there. Yes, I know, honey. There's some weird people over there. Yeah, I know. All those liberals asking for people. They wanted my baby to wear a mask every day. I know. We're leaving. Bye-bye. You know, part of it is you need to go on a new adventure to bring balance in your life, not stay in the same place and keep doing the same thing. That's insanity. All right, here's the big golden corral of life. Is Igraine going to pop up? And you could show people here, I am shuffling this deck. So I'm not fucking around. I'm not seeing what's going on with Igraine or not. Like, right? Like, okay, like I'll even do this. I'll even cut the deck for you all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I am shuffling the Avalon deck. If Igraine shows up, I swear, like, I really don't know what to do. You didn't get Igraine. It's good sign, good sign. But what you did get is the King of the Fairy Realm. It's time to take a fucking personal power and journey back. You're going to have to leave this kind of, see, Igraine sat in the tower. No, the animals are moving in the fairy realm with her and with him. And he's even now turned into a fucking, he's got antlers on him. It's time to go to the magical love life. You're an idiot if you're just going to sit in that tower like Igraine, or you're just going to sit here in your emotional fucking, this looks like a really happy life. Looks like she just fucking got off her 15-minute fucking check to make sure she's okay after getting the fucking therapy of the genes. It's a really fun moment in life for people, I guess. I don't know. Enough for them to selfie it until recently. I thought that was funny too. Divine Feminine, look at you. You need to back both cheeks up into the fucking nucleus of the receiving of what you want in your life. It's time to receive the love. And that's how you're going to change your financial or your situation of things that you want in your life. You got to learn to receive here. Astro-wise here, what do we got? What do we got with the Astro here? Wow, the 7th house partnerships. I don't know how fucking clear this reading can get. I mean, Your relationship life is everything now. Like it's official. but with that justice reversed and this divine, it's like you need to allow the divine feminine to. The divine feminine knows how to receive by showcasing too. You know, so if you're not showing yourself out there, you know, and trying to be a cold ass ice statue, won't talk to me, and finding excuses why you can't go out in life and stay in the tower. Like, come on. Especially that Six of Swords. Like, I'm sorry, honey, that I did that. It's okay, darling. Let's just not look behind at what you did back there. I saw you wear a mask every day. Even outside, you were driving with it. I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. Like, what was up with the face mask, shield, the mask? In the car. I know. I won't remind you of it. Oh shit! What's up with your shadow here? Supernatural. I mean, if that's not an Aquarius, I don't know what is. It's the inexplainable, the miraculous, and the otherworldly is going to come this week to take you away. But if you're not open for it, and you're just unbalanced, and you're going to be like, no, that's no. It's like you're like a horrible public defender for yourself. Oh no, I can't go towards great happiness and a miraculous change and have emotion and relationships and fucking go into the fairy realm. I have to stay here in Iceland by myself. Not literal Iceland, but the ice, coldest, non-emotional, bland cracker world. You want some crispy crackers with no salt that have been old? They've been sitting in a ship since 1975. You got the gilded regret. Oh my God, this is your shadow, is that you're living in regrets from not living this miraculous life. That it's all on you. It's not on the outside world. It's you creating the excuses and the public defender of yourself that's defending excuses of your regrets. And I'm sorry to say it's not working. Ganesha, oh, it's time to get filled up. It's time to fill the cups up. It's time to fill the donuts up, baby, with that custard. God, I'm gonna DoorDash some donuts, fucking some maple bars with fucking some custard. The good custard is the fucking pudding in the middle.
The bomb.
I know, yeah. Time to fulfill things. If you are a single ice queen or king out there, wow, you got Ace of Swords. It's time to puncture into a new reality. And look at that tiger. We're near the tiger. It's time to go get it. She kind of reminds me of Joan of Arc here. Like, are you going to not be Joan of Arc? Joan of Arc to me would be very Aquarian, even though I don't think she was. But what was Joan of Arc? Anybody know in the chat? But yeah, it's piercing a whole new story and a new mind and getting out of the old mind games. I'll pick you one more card with that. Oh yeah, and letting go of the Three of Pentacles. You not wanting to build things and staying away from creating. And oh God, what have you been doing, Aquarius? If you're in a relationship, Eight of Pentacles, it's got boring, but at least it's stable. But it needs definitely, is that fulfilling you? The stability of the same shit? You want to have fun, so you need to have fun again in your relationships. If you're in a relationship, Aquarius. All right, what is going on here with this Oracle deck? This is the Infinity Oracle deck you can find. Soulmate. Oh my God. You're the only one that got the soulmate card. Spiritual awakening through soulmate situation. What villain are you playing out? You play a lot of villains, Aquarius, I know. But actually you don't, because you don't show up to the fucking drama of life, Leo. And you sit out there by yourself. And only cause drama when you want to. But it's not fun drama. So, What villain are you playing this week that is holding you back from your love life? That's what we're here to show you right now, and that's what we're here to deliver you, to help you through this and get out of this villain that you are living right now. From the Disney villain set. 3 of Cups, that everything's a party when it's really not. Or, you know, like you're thinking that everything's all good and trying to be all cheery and happy, and maybe you're hanging around too many friends and you're not focusing on love enough, or you're focusing on things that make you happy, or you're getting tanked, or you're stoned too much. You're the villain that's the party person that nobody wants to hang out with after the party. Your astro dice for this week. You did get 8th house and Mars in Leo. Not only is it about going for love, but it's about penetrating into the deep juiciness and the passions of love. Back to you, Brian.
Apparently, Joan of Arc was a Capricorn.
Oh. Close enough.
Close. Very close. All right, Aquarius. Do you see all that relationship stuff in that reading? Because this is a relationship full moon for you. 7th house, Leo. It's definitely a big time where that's going to be brought up a lot here. So what kind of a relationship are you messing around? What kind of people are you messing around with? What kind of things do you want to build a relationship with? And I think that it kind of has to go in that sort of deep essence. You still have the sun in your first for most of this week, and it is going to come into your 2nd house. So there's a lot of identification, but then it really shifts into your self-worth and your self-value, and knowing that and being strong in that, and not like losing track of that because Neptune's there. So that's where like I went through this as a Capricorn. I had Saturn in my 2nd with Jupiter. So my Jupiter in the 2nd was kind of like, Well, it's kind of a little bit like that with Neptune there, because Neptune's kind of fogging out this like self-worth and this value. And I think that that's where you got to get real crystal clear so that you can make the right relationship decisions and balance things out. This is a big balancing full moon for you, and it's one that you have to define and make a decision for. And Jupiter and Uranus are making good aspects, but Uranus is in your 4th. Like, crazy emotions are actually coming up, and the North Node's in your 4th, and you actually have to feel things right now. So you have to go through a lot of emotion and a lot of feelings to identify what it is you want and what is going to be balanced out, and what's literally balancing your life, because you could be way too far on one side of the scales, and this full moon's going to bring that out. And whatever isn't in alignment with your self-worth and your value has to be, you know, the scales have to be leveled off, and something's got to go. And I think this full moon is going to be big about what that is in your life and who it is, and getting things really in alignment so that things are harmonious. Although, are they really harmonious with Uranus in your 4th? There's a lot going on inside. You might not show it. You might keep that to yourself, but
Hey, I was born with Uranus in the 4th.
it's a lot. It's a crazy inner world. You got this, though. Balance things out. Take it to the next level. And I think it's a lot about your foundation and your self-worth that's going to be the deciding factor on what is getting pushed off the scales or what's getting put on the scales.
If I had one thing to say to Aquarius, and I'm being just like my best spiritual self here, you're the only sign that will miss out literally the most by you continuing to not show up to what is the most. Jupiter, Neptune in your 2nd house. Nobody else can have the magical world that you are going to be offered right now. Saturn in your 1st house this whole year. If there's any sign that will miss out and never get the opportunities that are being shown to you that might not look like it, but it's really your own doing of letting things just, I'll just let it pass by. It'll just show up another day. It will never show up as good as it ever has now, and especially over this next month and a half, 2 months. So
Boom.
If you're going to be that person, you are going to show the world that why should we all live anymore if Aquarius won't radically change your life to the most epic life because of your own excuses. That's why the collective's fucked up. Next sign.
That's some big truth.
Scorpio. Of course Scorpio would come to be like, yeah, that's some truth. Fuck yeah. Fuck it.
Scorps.
Aquarius is not even FOMO. It's fucking straight emo. Like you missing out. Like I saw Mila Kunis on the fucking with Demi Moore on the fucking Super Bowl commercial, and of course they both went out with Ashton Kutcher. Mila Kunis is still with Ashton Kutcher, but where was Ashton Kutcher?
In the tower.
Exactly. Because most kids don't even remember that Demi Moore. You know what I mean? Like only older people understand that. So it's kind of like if they would have shown him maybe as like something in that commercial, like, you know what I mean? Like that's how much you're missing out. You think that you're not going to miss out, but you really are, which is kind of sad. Scorpios, we'll give you the black and gold deck. I know you like the darker shades. It's okay. It's how you were built. It's how you were built. You know, I gave this to Leos too, so you should feel very proud right now. Very proud. I feel like 2 more. 1 more. You're lucky that all those cards stayed. All right. Here you go, motherfuckers. Like, I just like, oh man. You know?
Could you feel that that Scorpio just not trusting you somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know what the fuck you want. 7 of Cups. 7 of Wands is your challenge. 7 of Pentacles, 777. I've never seen that before. How do you get through this? 6 of Swords reversed. You don't know what you want. Everything's eye candy to you right now. I know if you're a cross watcher to Scorpio, you don't want to hear that, but Scorpios are Seven of Wands. I don't know if I want to take a stand for this. That's your challenge. You have to take a stand for something or you're going to miss out because people are not going to just want to be prizes that are could be's. Or you might be feeling that right now as a partner is doing that to you, Scorpio. But especially that 7 of Pentacles there, like you have to invest in order to get the return. So this is all about that. It's not about, oh, eventually down the road, I'll find a better place. The better place is you taking a stand, not fucking once you go to some other place. Oh, once I move, all this 4th house energy, this full moon happening in your 10th, you have to make a decision. You can't sit in Wonderland. That's not how a Scorpio lives anyway. You know what I mean? Like you live in what you really want. What's going on with that? Oh, I know you're looking for the love story of all love stories, but you got to pick one and go for it and let the person know. Like, I think that's the other thing. It takes 2, you know, they're both like cheering away. Yay, yeah. Well, nobody's going to get there unless both people know, and you're not letting anybody know. You're not letting anybody know. And you don't have, it's like you don't feel like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. I don't have the money. I don't have something. I don't have something material. I don't have the life yet, or I'm just like where I'm at, or da-da-da-da. It's like, no, you need to fucking realize, hey, it's time to invest in the love that I want, and it'll grow all the great things that I want and give me the return in the investment that I want in my life. It's really important right now. We just shuffled this deck for Aquarians. You got Lancelot. Holy shit. Definitely time for the Chivalry 23 cards. It's so crazy. It's my number. You know, it's heroism. I don't even tell you. It's fucking going on the quest of a lifetime and also being the ultimate romantic. Instead of you waiting for who's going to be the romantic to me. No. You need to go after what you want, yo. You have to be the great knight that goes for what you want. Male or female. It's time. You know? You have to go on that quest, and you have to choose a quest, you know, and you have to be very committed to a quest. Devotion is what this card rules with chivalry. So it's unchivalrous to have no, I don't know, what am I doing? I don't know, maybe. Oh man, Scorpio. You have to make a choice. You know what, how many more times are you going to keep looking at things? Spiritual cleansing, that's what you need to do. You need to cleanse this whole I'm not taking a stand thing and this whole I'm going to sit on the fence and I'm waiting for a better place to go even though it's nowhere to, you don't even know where to go. You need to clear out your blocks from making choices here. And you got Earth. It's time to pick what you really want to find the stability. I mean, and that's that 7 of Wands. Get the high ground while you can get the ultimate. You got 777. So, like, let's be honest. There's a lot of good luck here, but only if you're gonna do something about it and you're gonna cash out, or you're gonna take your winnings and put it back in the machine and lose it all. That's literally you right now. Like, don't miss out on what you really want. You gotta, I feel like you have no communication cards here, so that's why I'm feeling like you're not communicating it either. 0 communication cards, none. So it's almost like, you know, like you don't even think about like, maybe I should let the person know you're the best. But Scorpio is the one who wants to receive that, but you have to also like attract that. So nobody's gonna do anything unless you let them know. Or if somebody's asking you and you're not giving it to them, that means you don't want them. That's hard for cross-watchers, I know, but they don't want you. The fact that they're still thinking about it, maybe that they are thinking about it, maybe they're a little scared, but ask them if they're scared and tell them that you'll help them through the scary shit. You got knowledge. You just keep trying to understand what's going on. That's your shadow. And I feel like I need to keep like learning more about this. Oh my God, you're such a fucking, the idiot is the one that keeps needing to study about the same thing that they already know. Oh, the queen of my, look at you. This is your real shadow underneath that. Like, oh, I just want to keep having my world the way I want to. Well, are you going to ever have love unless you get out of your own world and go create a world together? Or if you're in a relationship, I feel like, you know, you're feeling like the lack of your world, or you're trying to focus on your world. And to be honest with you, you might not even feel like your partner even wants you, or they're not showing up, or you're too afraid to admit that they're probably cheating on you or doing something crazy. To be honest with you, especially with that no staking of claim. Good old Ganesha. You got prosperity. It's time to, you know what? If you're going to miss out on the prosperity of what you could have, and honestly, I know it's a lot. I know with that 7 of Cups, it's a lot of prizes out there. You know which prize you want, and the prosperity is there, but you have to pick it. You cannot sit anymore hollowed out and be like, I don't know, in your imagination, and you're, you know, and just keep it in your head, or oh, that's a possibility. No, there's no possibilities. There's only what is. There are possibilities once you choose something. And this is the prosperity that you're either going to have or not. It's and I'll give you confirmation. Oh my God, the prosperity of losing a fucking soulmate that you could have. That's not really prosperity. Like, you think you're going to be prosperous without having to make a committed understanding of what you want. You're an idiot. Damn. If you are a single Scorpio, Tower. Yeah, it's the tower of your own self and your own single ways aren't going to work anymore. You need to make a choice. You've ridden the tower as high as you can. What's that about too? Oh, King of Swords, yep, communication. You need to be very clear. This is what I want. And it might be earth-shattering to them and to you, but you know what? There's prosperity waiting for you there to turn that 2 of Cups around. If you're in a relationship, you got the Empress reversed. Definitely not feeling supported by your partner. Trying to find a reset or bring the emotions in, but I think, you know what? I hate to say it. Empress reversed, you have to start there. Is why are they not supporting you? Or they might not think that you're good looking. They might think that you're not hot enough. You might need to get a makeover. And you might need to seduce them back into some juicy emotional spots. I don't like that Empress reverse card. That's always that. I don't think that you're that hot anymore. Or I don't think you're that hot. Everybody thinks the Empress is hot. Even the ladies think the Empress is hot. You know what I mean? Like everybody's in line to fucking get her fucking knocked up. When it's reversed, it's like, I don't want to even be around you. You don't smell good. You don't look good. You don't feel good. I'm savage with this shit, and I don't give a fuck because it's just truth. You know, too many tarot readers are playing too fucking corny. Oh, winter. I know that you feel like you're in a winter, and about what though? What's going on here? Listen to your intuition. Ooh. What is your intuition saying? It's not your imagination, it's your intuition that's creating the imagination, but follow it and say, okay, that's what it is. You can't think of more than 2 things at a time, okay? So the idea that you can think of 3 things at a time is impossible. So that's your problem. And what villain are you playing? I know that you like to play a lot of villains, Scorpio, but what villain are you playing, and how are we going to get you out of this villain that you're playing in your love life this week? This is the villain. This is your issue. This is your love issue within yourself. I'm here to help you get through it. I know it's smoky out there when you're in villain world. I know. We all play a villain to our own love heart. How do we get you out of that this week? You're Lucifer. 5 of Swords. You're not, or maybe you're trying to, you know what? I don't know. I'm going to pick a second one with this villain because it's, oh yeah, you're not going towards the 10 of Cups. You're not going towards the ultimate fantasy, beautiful life. You're going towards other things and distracting yourself and playing around with stupid mice and shit like that. Oh my God, but you're being Lucifer and you're missing out on the greatest love story of your life. I think Astro Dice. One came off the table, but I'm going to re-roll it. And you got 777, remember that. Oh, you got 11th house here. Or is that 9th? Yeah, no, that's 11th. I think it would be 11th. Could be 9th. Oh, I see how they did it. They put, from this being 7th, 9th like this, it was 11th house. 11th house with Sag, the sun. It's time for you to go explore the world that you really want to have. I know that there's a lot of people and there's a lot of things, and I know that that's, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of worlds that you could go through, but you know, you have to still pick the world that you feel is the most beneficial and the most prosperity and fucking, it's about finding the person that really has the world that you want to live in. And that's the journey, not the journey of exploring every single opportunity. It's how big the opportunities in a direction of a crazy world that you want to go. Back to you, Brian.
Oh, Scorpio. Well, you got a full moon in Leo. It's your 10th house. A lot going on in Aquarius in your 4th house. This is definitely a balancing act here and pulling a lot of motion from how much energy you're putting out in the world to how much energy you're giving to yourself. How much emotion are you giving to yourself? How much are you hiding? Because I think there's something about the 10th house where there can be a mask. There can be sort of a veil or something, or playing some character that you're not. This is where you really have to get in alignment with who you are and the character that you're playing. And this is big time for relationships with the North Node and Uranus in your 7th house, making really good aspects to Jupiter in your 5th house. You have to really bring out exactly who you are the most, because the 5th house, there's no veil. The 5th house is just your light and exactly how you're feeling. Mars and Venus are also conjunct in your 3rd house, so the communication is big, and you got to communicate with authority about what you want, who you want, because that's where the radical shifts are really taking place, is with Uranus there and Jupiter trying to expand your love life and relationships to go in the radical direction they're meant to go in, that is of the most substance, the most value. But it all comes through how you're feeling truly, and are you really letting that out right now? Or are you playing it safe for society? Are you playing it safe for what people might think? This is where this week's going to probably show up in some way to show you where you're playing it safe in an inauthentic way, and you have to be real honest and real truthful about the matter and communicate exactly how you're feeling. Because if you just clam up or, put the walls up, you're not giving your full self to the people that you want to be in relationships with. And this is one of the most important relationship times of your life over this next 15 months, especially with Uranus and the North Node meeting there. It's a really big deal. So don't put on no false front for some sort of prestige in life. The best prestige is going to be the prestige that you go after and that you accomplish from your foundation of your truth and how you're truly feeling about everything in life that you truly want right now.
Prestige.
Worldwide, wide.
Cancer, and then Sag is last.
Cancer.
So we're on the last two. Cancers. I feel like for Cancers, the tattoo deck is coming out. Mercury's out of your 7th, but there's still a lot going on with Mars-Venus conjuncting and the full moon in Leo in your 2nd to the 8th with Saturn, with the Sun. Oh, Cancer, you can't play, I don't know what I really want. Or you can't lie and be like, no, we're good. I'm still into you. I'm attracted to you. Or you can't play the, I'm blocked, I need to get to know you longer and longer and longer. Or no, I'm still into you, but just not tonight, honey. Not tonight. Not this week. Not this month. No, I know I said that in 2019, but 2021 doesn't count either. Tonight is what counts. Tomorrow. Ooh. You got some intimacy issues going on, and that intimacy is being intimate with yourself of what you really want. So we're gonna have to get to the bottom of that, Cancer. We're gonna shuffle this deck. I haven't used this deck in, 4 or 5 months. Not kidding either. I really have not used this deck. It has not been a deck that gets used a lot. So, but I felt like maybe we need to tattoo some of this truth to you. Look at it blowing all their cards off. All right. What's going on? Ooh, 9 of Cups reversed. High Priestess is your challenge. 6 of Cups reversed. And your way through this is 10 of Wands. Time to end the wait. I know, it's time to stop carrying a load of bullshit. High Priestess in the challenge is the deceptive projections, and more importantly, the whole not following your intuition isn't really working for you. You're not feeling fulfilled and happy at all in your own self. 9 of Cups reversed. And then you got a 6 of Cups here. It's like the memories won't save this shit anymore. And also it doesn't really feel like a really safe place to really feel like you can be yourself. It's kind of clammed up or crabby. We're going to find out why. Why are you not happy, Cancer? Why is this a lot of weight that you got to let go of here? What's going on? You got the Page of Coins, Page of Pentacles in reverse here. This is definitely not excited about physical attraction, not excited about creating things, not feeling like maybe if you're single out there, like you're getting any good offers. But it's because you're unfulfilled, or that you feel stupid that you've been trying to find, it's like over excess in things that are really minute and not worthy of you. You got 2 of Cups. You got a soulmate reversed energy with that 6 of Cups. This definitely feels like a soulmate energy that has totally lost its, not to be cliche in the twin flame world, but it's lost its flame. 1 million dead flames. I know, I am Dr. Evil of Tarot. Not looking good. The only card you have upright is the High Priestess, and it's in the challenge position, meaning that you're not following your intuition. I think that's the main thing here, is that it's like you already see what is out there to do in your life. Stop making yourself unhappy. Stop trying to find, it's like you know what? I feel like always the Page of Pentacles in reverse with the Nine of Cups is like, you are trying to find the most basic anything to feel good about it, and it's not there. Like, you're actually starting to be like, wow, you put the grocery fucking bags away in the cupboard. Like, that's where you're at these really low levels of finding happiness. Like, you're searching for anything. Like, oh my God, did you move the tennis ball in the garage to park the car better? Oh my God. That was your day of excitement about the love stories. Or you swipe till there was not enough people to swipe anymore on a dating app because you won't go on any dates. You won't. And then you're like, oh, all the people out there just in it for sex. It's like, you've never opened up, even at dinner. All right. I care about you, Cancer, you know? I would hate for you. Or you're just really with a dumb person that you're like, fuck, what did I do? Definitely Venus retrograde fucking. Venus retrograde hangover for Cancers with Mars coming on top to wake you the fuck up. You got sacred union. Wow. That's what you're looking for here. But I feel like it's opposite of where you are with whoever you've been with or whoever you're dealing with. God, this is like the desirable place that you just want this so bad and you're not having that. Man. I feel like you know who this person is too, because I feel like it's like you chose a bad person or you chose a wrong road. Like you chose a really sorry ass fucking response to something that was not sacred with that Page of Pentacles reversed. So you might be not feeling good about, like, you overdosed on shit. What's going on here? Oh yeah, what's going on here, Cancer? Knowledge, the blank book. It's okay. You need to go understand a new story. I feel like you're too afraid of that, though. It's a blank book. 34, it's the 7 cards, the spiritual knowledge that you're here to go experience. Oh, you got first house. What you really want. I feel like you need to stop carrying the weight of what you don't want. I think that you're trying to hold on to a book that's full of things you don't want, and that you're trying to also create anything. Like I said, oh, he moved the tennis ball. She moved the tennis ball in the garage to make the car fit better. Like, it's like, oh my God, you're at that place? Like, you're creating kind of like your own psychotic, like delusional, no, this is supposed to be together. The grocery bags, you know, like it's like really minimal shit. Or you're not opening up at all about the honest truth. That's like, you don't want to hold all of this weight because it's stuff that you're not liking. You really want this sacred union really bad. But we're going to go, what's in your shadow here? You got enlightenment, inspiration, epiphany, innovation. I definitely feel like that's what's coming if you're going to allow it to 2 of Cups reverse, 6 of Cups reverse. Like, there's definitely some major problems here, especially with, you know, trouble in paradise, because it's not paradise. It's like, you know, sorry that, you know, being in the Dharma Institute fucking on Lost didn't work out with you and whoever. You know what I mean? Like, it's time for something different. It's time for, you know, something that inspires you. I feel like this person's like a really boring person. Because, you know, at least 6 of Cups, it's always like, if they're interested. Even if it's a garden, they're happy. But this is not a happy place, 6 of Cups reversed. It's like, kind of feels like you're in Ukraine, waiting to see if Russia's going to do something. Have you ever seen the movie Get Out? It's time to get out. What's your shadow of the shadow? The fake mask you're wearing, the masquerade, the fake mask that you're, no, I'm getting everything I know, but you know what you really want? You want this. What's your shadow to that fully? Artificial heart. You're trying to have this with somebody who you know you can't. You're trying to you're doing it with a robot. Or you're not even doing that at all because you have such a cold heart, you won't open your heart up. You know what I mean? And you're too afraid of that. And you got massive intimacy issues at the moment. Or you're still with somebody and you're trying to do something with somebody exciting that you want to be, but it's like, come on, like you have to do things weird because you're still in cahoots with someone. Wow, spiritual practice is what you got from Ganesha here. I mean, it's definitely time for you to follow the spiritual. It's not like you need to practice spirituality. Like if it's like a fucking ball game, it's like you need to like it's time to follow the spiritual practice. I mean, your challenge here is the high priestess. I feel like you got to stop lying to yourself and deceiving yourself here. The spiritual practice is to be honest and truthful. That's the number one thing. And to be pure into who you really are. Not fucking fake and a mask and an artificial heart. I mean, come on. I'm sorry to say, I can see right through this reading, and I know your astrology, and I can see right through it with a 6 of Cups reversed, a 2 of Cups reversed, a 9 of Cups reversed, and a fucking Page of Pentacles reversed. You're playing with some fucking like 99-cent store stuff that was found in a gutter. That fucking was found out of the gutter from somebody who was like weird and a hoarder and collected it from a fucking landfill and putting value to it. Singles. The World card reversed. You're still not over your ex. Get over it. If you're single, or you're trying to reset something with an ex and it's not fucking working. And like a person that you were in an actual like relationship with, not somebody that you used to maybe date or talk to, like a full-blown like relationship. If you're in a relationship, you're looking for the hope that there's going to be some sort of message right now this week of happiness and love or fire. Is that coming? 9 of Pentacles reversed. I don't know if they have the swag enough to do that. You have to make a judgment call. That's going to be your call. If they really have swag, or if it's a show. It's like somebody who's trying to be cool, but they're not. Ooh. What is your oracle here saying? Healthy boundaries, yeah. Healthy boundaries also mean taking on things that you really want and taking on things that you don't want. It's not about keeping a boundary on everything. It's about, understanding it's an in and out of boundaries, right? Crossroads. You're at a crossroads. You know what? I'll give you a unicorn. Your crossroads is soul healing. Align with your essence. See the true colors. That you're not living in your true essence. You know it. You're lying to yourself. Let's see what villain you are playing right now, Cancer. I don't even know if I want to know at this point.
What villain will it be?
What villain will it be? This is a gnarly reading.
Gnarly, which is so fitting for Cancer right now.
I know.
It's crazy.
Oh my God. Don't be fake anymore, Cancer. I'm going to call you out. Stop being so fucking fake. We see through it. It's pretty easy. Especially as astrologers and psychics and shit. It's like, oh yeah, we know what you're doing. You're playing in fake world. Have fun. Your villain is the your villain is the victim. I'm a victim. I don't know what to do. You're the Boneyard in Lion King. no, there's nothing here. People want the good shit out of you and you're not giving it to them. And you're also staying in the boneyard that's blocking you from the things that really could fill up that boneyard with everything that you ever wanted. Your astro dice for this week. You got the 7th house, Saturn, Virgo. Oh boy. Reality check about your relationship life, and you have to make a decision about the life that you really want to live, and it's all based upon your relationship life and if it's really healthy or not, and real, not fake. Back to you, Brian.
It is all about the relationship life. But I got good news, a little bit of good news. This full moon in your second is finally where you're going to get back to yourself and the things that you really do like and the things that you find valuable and the things that are going to help you manifest a life that you want. It's going to come with change. It's going to come with high emotion, but you're finally going to stop investing all of your energy in what's crumbling. You got a lot going on in the 8th. Mercury's coming into the 8th. Yeah, you can get real deep, but are you getting deep into the right situations with the right people? You're so close. You're so close. This is not a time to self-sabotage with relationships. This is a time to define the right ones that are beautiful, that are uplifting, that are supportive. And if they're not that, you need to run away. You need to be honest, real honest about it. Because your whole story is in a change mode too. Jupiter and Neptune in your 9th house. Your whole journey can go into this magical place. But are you going to identify and know your value and know that you can have that with the right people that are supportive and have your back? Or are you merging your energy with Satan? Or looking back at something that was already taking you into the underworld? This is about making the changes in your life this week with people so that you're re-emerging and rising up from the ashes with your value, with your worth, with all your substance of life that you can have, and not going into the fake world any longer with people. Look, was that the reading with all the 7s?
No, that was Scorpio, but
oh, man.
I think you hit a bunch of the nail on the head there.
Yeah, it's got to be the right spiritual union here, or it's self-undoing to the max.
Well, you said, they're so close. It reminds me of their 8th house issue. Like, you're so close to wanting to do it.
So close.
You're so close to coming. Really? Like,
even the sextile to Uranus in the 11th is like more of the people have to be the right people for you right now. The tribe is everything, and it has to be true, and it has to be legit, and it has to be solid.
Disney story, Jupiter, Neptune in the 9th to the 11th is a whole new world. And a rebellious, crazy world into a better life for me and you. And something, yeah. And you've got Venus hangover. And stop making fake stories out of really lame people. There you go. I just gave it to you.
There it is.
And fucking have an orgasm already. All right, last sign, Sag. A real one. Sag. I wasn't talking to you, Sag. I know that you cool with that one. Maybe not. I don't know. But you are cool with that one. Are you? Oh, and I'm giving you these shiny gold and black cards. I feel like I'm going to blind you with this shit, Sag. Blind you with this full moon in this 9th house for you with the 3rd house. You're in your head a lot. I know that. The facts are going to lead you to the ultimate adventure. You can't just believe that everything's going to be possible. You have to actually realize there are some things that are disconnected, that are truth, and that you have to. The only way to the happiness is to open up by looking at the truth. I think that you're afraid to look at the truth of a lot of situations, especially about things you're holding on to too much, especially people and situations that you're like, no, it'll be okay. No. His South Node in the 12th house is, oh boy, you almost are like setting yourself up for the ultimate fucking self-undoing of all time. That's dark. Don't keep doing that. take the steps towards, you know what, this is going to be better and it's real and it is better. And it might feel like it's a little boring at first, but don't set yourself up right now for the ultimate disaster story, because that's going to be the ultimate adventure. Sorry, I just gave that away, but all right, let's see what's in the cards for you this week, Sag, for your love story here. All right, just cut that deck. There you go. Oh boy, 5 of Pentacles. Challenge card here, 6 of Swords reversed. 8 of Swords upright. I mean, Brian, you do tarot every day. I mean,
it's not looking good.
That's not good. I'm glad to have confirmation. But you do got a Queen of Swords, like, which I was just saying, that ultimate truth, and being that you have to look at the truth right now, because you are going into a victim place whether you like it or not. Or you're picking somebody who's a victim, or you're continuing to stay a victim by staying with or picking partners that are really not showing up for you at all, and then or you're using them to just like feel like some sort of worth, but it's making you feel less self-worth. And especially, I think your challenge here is like, no, I don't need to turn around and pick a better direction. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. There's a better place to go, and it's a place of truth where you can actually find some clarity. Because I feel like you're wounding yourself deeper. I feel like you're digging into the fucking wounds deeper with not even salt, your fingernail that has dirt on it. Especially because of that 8 of Swords as your overall. Like, you are stuck, not only in the head, but around a toxic energy. That a lying toxic energy. I'm just picking that up because of that Queen of Swords. And I feel like, especially, it's like this person has kind of like put you in a really bad place, Sag. Like, they've really kind of like, I hate to say it, but they've really cornered you into the worst place you've ever wanted to be. And you've kind of learned to accept it and be like, no, I'm okay. Like, did you see Scarlett Johansson's commercial? She's a Sag with her dude. I was like, the Alexa commercial, I'm like, this is the fucking fakest relationship. Is that even her partner? Somebody give me the fact check on that one. But watch, I don't care who her partner is, if it's that guy or not, that's her fake life. All right, what's going on with this? This is a hard card, not only just in love, but in any situation. The 5 of Pentacles is probably the most, people are always afraid of the Death card or the Tower card. That shit's way more exciting than fucking the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles is the worst card you could have. So, especially in love, it's hanging out with the loser. It's you feeling like a loser. It's the nothing's going good card. You got 4 of Pentacles. You're holding on to a really shitty situation or a shitty person, or hoping some shitty situation is going to go the way that you want. You need to let go of that shit. And you need to move on to what the truth is. What is that truth? I'll ask. Oh my God, letting go of the fucking bad, dark road. Maybe also you thought somebody was bad and you left them a long time ago and they really weren't. Now you're really seeing the real bad shit. Hope that helps. Now, this 8 of Swords is just as scary. Being trapped in your own mind in toxic waste that's coming down the river, being bound in your own self, and not willing to see. Queen of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, it's self-worth issues that is being taught, It's like your standards have become extremely low. Fuck. What are you holding on to so much about this wounded position? The Magician reversed. A situation you think is magic when you know it's not. What's up with this Queen of Pentacles? Oh, an unbalanced situation where they don't really value you at all. And they're dark. And they've done devilish things and you know it, and you just tried to like, they're doing something, they went to a seance with the fucking devil worshippers, whatever. They lied to me and went and fucked somebody else, whatever. They're controlling and they fucking don't let me put a makeup on, whatever. Come on, Sag. I'm trying to work with you. Not against you. Well, in the Avalon deck, you got the Tour, right? Look at that. You got to look up to a higher mountain now. It's the truth, though. I'm not kidding. I mean, everybody want me to zoom into that shit? The truth. With connection, and more importantly, source and clarity. That's what I'm saying. You're being delusionalized in the highest order right now. It's hard when when you've been attacked and wounded so much to see clear. It'd be like if you were in World War II and you were in the fucking, you were getting like stitched up and shit, and they're like, oh, grab a gun, they're coming right now. It's like, oh, wait, what? Like, that's how you're living your life right now. I'll pick you another card with that. I'll pick you another Avalon card. Yeah, you know what? Ariana Hood. I remember that name. But it's your new life direction. Look at that great owl that's spreading its wings. Karma. Fate. Fuck. Autonomy. Oh my God. Let's see what we got here. Fuck. I actually feel kind of sad. But I feel good too that I think that this full moon's going to wake you up to the better story. The real story, the love story, the happy story, instead of staying in this fucking cold, icy truth that you continually just like have. Oh man. What did we get here? Focus. Well, even your crossbow and your bow and arrow here, your archer in you needs to focus. And you need to be very clear about getting rid of the dark energy in your life, and especially seeing the dark as good people, and seeing the people you thought are dark that are not as bad people. And the idea too that no, I don't need to go to a better place. Yeah, maybe you left the good place and went to the wrong place. That's also a weird thing about Six of Wands or Six of Swords reversed. Like you left a good place to go to a bad place. And you need to focus on where that. I'll throw you another one too. Oh yeah, it's a shift. Focus shift, but shifting into something different. And the focus is looking at the truth and looking at the illusion here. What did you get here with your challenge, or with your shadow stuff here? Her last day in the light. Unexpected endings, surprise change, and sudden shifts. Shift. About unbalanced, unsupported by, honestly, using you for material ways or just using you like a slave. I don't know why I got that, but, treating you kind of like the help. Or just like, oh yeah, you're here. When you're the one choosing to stay in this and waiting till the unexpected fucking the last day in her light when you think it's light, when it's really fucking sudden shifts and surprise changes, and it's not in the light, it's the false light. Let's see what your the shadow here is. Oh man. Obsession. You're just too obsessed with this. You don't know how to let go, which is toxic. I'll pull you one more. What is the other one? Oh my God, is this really me obsessed over fucking this dark bullshit and being trapped and being like bound and chained like a slave in toxic waters and unbalanced and unfair? Oh my God. Let's Ganesha help us out here. Acceptance. I think that you have to accept what I just said. I think that you're having problems with accepting the truth. I think that you're accepting the false truth. You're not accepting the real truth here. Let's verify. Yep, the fake. The temperance reverse is always the fake, false, not divinely created, not divine at all. So you're accepting the false truth and the false beauty and the false light. What is it for singles this week? King of Swords reversed. You need to be more specific on what you want. Be very clear. I think that you don't know what you want right now, but also at the same time, you're not letting what you do really want know what you want. So you're not telling anybody what you really want. You're almost like holding back what you really want to say, and you need to stop holding back. If you're in a relationship, wow, this 10 of Cups. With the Empress. Well, I guess it'll be the test to see if this is has it peaked out? Or is this the ultimate and this is going to the ultimate place? I mean, I got to read what it says. It's fucking the best that you can get. But I think you need to look at all the acceptance of what's going on underneath. If it really is the ultimate love story and it really is the most beautiful thing in your life, but that might be the obsession. I don't know. I feel like we need, well, I guess that's why we're doing the Infinity Oracle here. And I'm going to just pick one just for this situation because it's so, or that's entering into a new relationship that's not this fake bullshit. Could happen in the same week. I don't know. That's what's kind of crazy. Like you could go single to that this week out of nowhere. What's going on with this? Crossroads. Okay, well, I think that gave us what I was just saying, crossroads literally. But overall, closure. Oh, fuck. And karmic lesson. I don't know how much more confirmation I can give you on that one there, but we have to see what villain that you are playing, Sag, here. What villain are you playing in your love story this week that you continually keep playing right now that we can try and help you get out of right now? We're going to find out. I'm going to give you all the smoke. From the Disney villain set. What's at the bottom of this deck? And I'm going to do this. So what's at the bottom of this deck? Not getting out when you need to get out. But that's not it. But I'm just saying, like, Nine of Swords reversed is like, no, I'm not going to go rescue and change things. And things need to get fixed quick. And you're like, no. What villain are you playing out? Let's see. You're playing the Page of Wands reversed. You are not getting any really good positive energy, and you're not saying what's on your heart. The lamp. The lamp. But you're saying, this sucks, but nope, it's okay. It's okay, but it's not. Jafar's little bitch. That's what you are. Third house. Virgo. Venus. Venus and Virgo is at fall position in the third. This is a reality check that you have to look and see that you need to communicate the realest that you can and you cannot. You have to look at the most hardcore facts, which is what I said at the very beginning of this whole thing. Is this reality true? And is this the right environment for me to have a healthy life? Or is this... You have to wake up from your delusions this week, Sag. My best to you. Back to Brian.
God bless you, Saggies. That was intense. That was a heavy reading. And I know you got a lot going on. I know you're thinking about a lot. There's a lot to contemplate right now in that third house. And a full moon in your ninth. This is more of that truth axis. So it's important that you're being very honest with the story that you want to write. If that is the love story, if that is just your story, what the environment looks like, the people around you, the people close to you. There's a lot that's going to come into focus this week, and you can kind of gloss over it. It's going to bring up a lot of who you are in a lot of ways. Just having the ninth house full moon, it's very Sagittarius in itself. So you're either going on this great quest, or you're completely missing all the little facts about why that quest is not the quest you want to be on because of some overhyped belief. Don't overhype beliefs if they don't have truth and fact and something legit built into it. Jupiter in the 4th, Neptune in the 4th, Uranus in the 6th. Whoa.
Whoa.
This is a whole reality change for you. This is a whole reality change based on a deeper sense of self, on a deeper emotional base, and expanding out from the inside outward. Instead of just looking so much for the journey or the people outside of you, you got to do that from the inside out. And this is a time where you really have to start making changes. It's a very mutable time for you, and you're a mutable sign, so just don't be dogmatic, right? Because that's the downside of Sagittarius. Just get dogmatic in a belief, and it's the only way. If your way isn't working, this is where you got to look at the truth of that scenario in life, whether it's love or anything, and don't gloss over it. Jupiter's trying to do you a favor and make really magical changes come to fruition in your reality, but it takes you putting in the physical change and not just stone cold belief about the matter. So don't gloss over the important things, and this is a time to more or less pay attention to fine detail about who you are and what you want this week. I love you, Sag. I hope that you have a great week.
Straight
You're
up.
just blowing smoke over there.
I
heard it.
It was the end of Deep Love Tarot. I thought I would throw up the ether of love on this Valentine's Day of like going up into the higher realms of the ether. But I also want to say we have a lot going on here. Wednesday, spiritual dance music. The tickets will be available in the morning for Wednesday. So if you're local, you could come here to the studio and be part of it. And it's going to be a fucking good time. And then my Love Masterclass and Hypergate are being combined for a cheap price of $150. The one astrology package in school for the cheapest price, literally, ever made.
I can vouch that is the best classes. Like for the price, I've taken these classes. These classes like put me in a place to do readings at a way better level. Like these classes, that Love Masterclass is like almost 40 hours of so much more than just love and relationship. You literally learn about every planet, and David goes through the most unique ways to express it and the most true ways that these planets express themselves and how you can use that for love. And Hypergate's just on a whole nother level of all the mysteries of this reality.
It's
And
literally
for that
the
price,
beginning.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Nobody else is putting out astrology courses for that price. And the amount of content you're going to get, you won't get anywhere else for that price. Anywhere.
And you don't have to know jack shit. You can go from literally, I don't know anything about astrology, and I even go through you like, this is how you run a chart. This is how you do it this way. This is what it all means, all the way to the most craziest advanced shit that they even say in Wikipedia is it's so far from the past that nobody speaks this language. It
cannot be translated.
cannot be translated.
And it can.
And it can, and I show it, and I show you how to break the code of this reality and live in your truth by living in the tree of rarity of John Dee's work and go through Hypergate in a way that I lived my life as the course in the Hypergate, went through my dad's death in the middle of it and called it out, like called the craziest moment of my life out live to show and prove how deep astrology and all this shit works. I called the day out my dad died, literally, hour too.
I was live in that class when he did it.
Like, I'm like, this is going to be a crazy weekend for me, and it's going to be at this time in the morning. And my dad died literally within 1 hour, the death certificate of the hour I called, that the most craziest moment of my life would happen. Live in class. So if you really want to like go to the fucking shit for $150 that you have for the rest of your life, close to 80 hours of content, and it's everything from my secrets of relationships, my 5, 7, 8 secrets that I use. If you meet somebody and you don't know much about astrology, you can like literally know in 5 minutes if it's worth your time. So
Worth every penny.
and everything in between about it, all parts of astrology, to progressions, to solar arcs, to human design, to cardology, to fucking all of it in one. $150. That comes out tomorrow too. So I appreciate you all. I appreciate you, Brian. It's great having you on here. It's great being back with you all for the show. Definitely brings me life. And
Yeah, right back at you.
You know,
Much love, everybody.
I was thinking this earlier. I'm like, I was gone during probably the best time to be gone. Where I was watching all the tarot shows, and it's like, this is a Venus retrograde with Pluto. Nobody knows what the fuck. And then now all the planets are direct, and now Mars, Venus. Now it's like we're back at the time when it matters the most. Like, this is it, And so, like, now you can feel it's fucking serious. It's the real deal. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, it was really sloppy. out there. So feels good to be back. And you know, I'm giving it to you so straight because I have to. This is a time where you want it straight. You know, go get fluffed up all you want out there. But I'm telling you, like, you play it straight right now. You see this truth that it's brought out. It's all coming from the highest light and love to get you to the best place. That's always what the target is. So join us on highvibe.tv. Apps are down below if you want to subscribe to that. If you trust Apple and all them more than us at our website, which you can go ahead and do that and just subscribe right through there, and you always have your control of your subscription. Or it's only $10.99 a month monthly. Or get better deals at highvibe.tv, and you can do a 6-month plan that's cheaper and a 3-month plan that's cheaper. So, and you still have control all through the website and have access to the apps that you log in that you create yourself. So for all the dailies, the weeklies, and all the special shows and so forth. So
get on that app.
Make sure that you follow Brian. He's at Fixed Air Moon. And that's also on YouTube and his Instagram.
Thank you.
We'll see you on the next, you know, this is it, folks. Full Moon Leo and spiritual dance music, of course. You can be here for it, or we'll be streaming it live, of course, here. But we'll see you on High Vibe. Remember, I want to say this last thing. This is actually true. It's going around all the Facebook groups, Instagram, and TikTok that they are getting rid of hashtags of astrology, tarot, and spirituality. And I called this shit out in 2020 at Conscious Life Expo. So starting March 17th, I know you all love watching all this shit from all these people in social media world, but you know where they're coming next? Spirituality. That this is pseudoscience. So all of you out there that are spiritual and were fighting for this whole stupid gene therapy shit just got fucked because now they're saying that this shit's pseudoscience. And so that you're going to be looked at as a fake thing. Look it up. So, you know, the whole time I've been wondering for years why I built this place. And I told, you could even ask Abby, who's a co-founder here. You could literally fucking ask everybody that's been involved with High Vibe since the beginning. I warned in 2017, we need to build a ship because the whole spiritual community is going to be taken down off the internet. Fucking in 2017, I said that. And we did it and we built it. And then I've been sitting here like Noah's Ark, like, well, okay. And fucking this week, they're literally getting rid of all this shit, hashtag wise and everything, and going to suppress astrology and going and on social medias. So I guess my bet paid off.
It's big news.
But you know what? You might not believe me, but just go look it up yourself and just start waiting until March 17th when Jupiter and Neptune coming together and all that. And that's too spiritual. Bye-bye. So wake up. And we're here. Nobody else has this, what we got here for you to be part of. And do events and express fully with everything covered from every angle every day. In a professional format, not fucking at somebody's fucking house in their fucking basement.
No webcams.
No webcam. Yeah,
High
no
quality
webcams.
Equipment.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, put all the intention into this. So, highvibe.tv. Love you all.
Much love, everybody.
Peace.
Peace.